WYOU Sports presents the Eastern Conference Class 1 Championship. Today, the Berwick Bulldogs take on the Trojans of North Pocono.
On an overcast afternoon in northeastern Pennsylvania, we welcome you to the Eastern Conference Class 1 clash, where the Berwick Bulldogs are looking for an unprecedented 8th Eastern Conference Championship. North Pocono looking for their first. Hello again, everyone. John Nugent along with Terry Gurn, delighted to bring you this championship ball game. Hey, we're expecting a tough game here this afternoon, and Terry, both these teams coming off tough semifinals.
Yeah, they certainly are, John. North Pocono, their defense has only given up 42 points all year long, but the past 2 weeks they've allowed 29. They got by Mount Carmel 21-14 last week. Had the game really in hand, but what killed them were turnovers. They gave the ball away 3 times. They do that this afternoon. Berwick will certainly take advantage. The Dogs, on the other hand, last week at home, had a tough one against Valley View. They fell behind early 6-0, but behind Ron Paulus, they came back to win it 26-13. So both teams have had rough roads to get here, but you can bet they'll be ready for this one this afternoon.
And the matchup everybody's been talking about all week long. Berwick quarterback Ron Paulus, one of the premier high school quarterbacks in the country, up against a very stingy North Pocono defense.
There's no doubt about it that Ron Paulus is the trigger man for this Berwick offense. Talk about a versatile athlete. This guy does it all for the Dogs. He's thrown for 9 touchdown tosses. He's run for 15 touchdowns. So North Pocono is going to have its hands full in trying to slow this guy down, or if do something that no one has done this year, stop him. And I don't know if they can do that.
These two teams have met twice before, both times in the playoffs. Berwick has won both times. North Pocono looking to change that here this afternoon. When we come back, the opening kickoff. This is a WYOU Sports exclusive.
Edwards Concrete is the first name in quality stone and service. Quality begins with aggregate, from our own quarry in South Sterling to our fully automated concrete plant in Elmhurst. No job is complete without prompt service by our radio dispatched fleet of trucks. We move them in and move them out. Add to that a recycle program to eliminate any waste of concrete, sand, stone, or water. We're open year-round, Monday through Saturday. Now offering heated concrete for winter delivery. We're Edwards Concrete, locally owned and operated, serving the Scranton, North Pocono area.
The all-new Toyota Camry, better than ever for 92. Better Toyotas, better values.
And now, better Toyota deals. Better deals means bigger option package savings on Toyota Corollas. You can save over $1,000. There's incentives worth hundreds more. Get a better deal on a Celica GTS or deal on Tercel, the lowest price sedan anywhere. Thousands of Toyotas priced to sell now. Could mean a better deal on the Toyota you want. Better Toyotas, better deals, but you better hurry. See your Toyota dealer today.
This WYOU sports presentation is brought to you by Wilkes University, the private university with a public mission. Your local Toyota dealers. See your local dealer today. Farringer Distributors Incorporated, Berwick, dependable building materials at the right prices. And the First National Bank of Berwick.
Welcome back to North Pocono High School. Weather conditions for today's championship ball game. Mostly cloudy, temperature 53 degrees, winds out of the northwest 5 to 10 miles per hour, humidity 85%. Terry Gurn, this is football weather.
This is perfect weather. Everything is set. You know, we got 3 inches of rain last night, but you couldn't tell by the way this field is drained. It's perfect out there. Almost absolute perfect conditions for football. If the sun was out, it would have been better, but this is November football right here. This is what it's all about.
The Berwick Bulldogs won the toss. They deferred. This is something they do quite often. Jason Sobolewski will kick off back deep for North Pocono. Brent Kodak, number 24, and Ryan McGee, number 45. This is the Eastern Conference Class 1 Championship. The Berwick Bulldogs looking for their 4th consecutive Eastern Conference title. North Pocono looking for their first. The Eastern Conference Championship is underway. Shumbrays feels it at the 10. He's at the 20, 25. He has a hole. He might break. He's at midfield. 30, 25. Touchdown, North Pocono. An 89-yard
Shumbris, number 7, the former quarterback, back deep. He can catch passes. He can run kicks back. He does everything for this team. And boy, does he get them going early in this one.
Damian Larkin is on to tack on the extra point. Kroom with the hold. It's solid. It's up, and it's good. So North Pocono stuns Berwick on the opening kickoff. An 89-yard kickoff return for touchdown by Larry Shumbris. And the Trojans lead the Berwick Bulldogs 7-0.
John, I was up at North Pocono this week talking to Nick Donato, and he was saying, Terry, you know what? I'm just nervous about this team. I want to get on top early. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better way to start a ball game. All kinds of momentum now for the Trojans. Here's the return right now. You watch North Pocono just set the wedge up perfectly. Shumbris stumbles to start off, but then it just opens up. Not even touched. The great blocking up top. Soboleski, the last guy to have a chance at him, and then Shumbris just takes off all the way to the end zone.
Larry Shumbris, 89-yard touchdown off the kickoff. 11:47 to go. North Pocono leads it 7-0. We'll be right back.
Behringer Distributors has been serving the Berwick area and northeastern Pennsylvania for the last 90 years. We are proud to be associated with the people of our area, the business community, and of our children's accomplishments. The success of the Bulldogs and the Trojans is a part of the commitment and hard work the dedicated people of our region portray. Here at Behringer's, we have supplied building materials for thousands of homes, including Anderson windows, Peachtree doors, our own trusses, and quality wood and plywood products throughout the area. We thank everyone for their patronage and ask for continued support for the students of the schools of northeastern Pennsylvania.
At Wilkes University, our students tell the story.
If you like a small school, personalized attention, it's the best people I've ever met in my life, I would definitely choose Wilkes.
It only took me one tour of Wilkes to know that this was a school for me.
I chose Wilkes because Wilkes has a very strong program in my majors, which are English and Spanish. And also Wilkes has a very high placement for law schools.
Wilkes works. Call today.
Weather forecasting is changing for the better. Coming soon to News 22.
If you are just joining us, boy, did you miss an opening kickoff for the books. North Pocono leading Berwick 7-0. Larry Shumbris, 89-yard kickoff return for touchdown.
Interesting to see now how Berwick will respond to being down early. They're not used to this. Last week they were down to Valley View 6-0, but that was after a long drive. They give up a kickoff return here. See what kind of character this Berwick team will have. You can count Coach Curry will not let his team get down.
Damian Larkin will kick off for North Pocono. Back deep to receive Ryan Mason and Mike Soboleski. It is short, fielded at the 25. This is at the 35, up to the 40-yard line. John Lipsy, the up man, fielded that kickoff, a short kickoff, and brings it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice field position now for Berwick, starting at the 40-yard line.
Here's the Berwick offense for you. Stoker and Saltasia are your tackles. Labor and Carroll at the guards. Malowski at center. Backs and receivers. Polish your quarterback with Soboleski, and Soboleski at fullback and tailback. Live action first play. Short pickup by the Bulldogs. John Fulton is the tight end. Hancock and Elms are the wide receivers. Soboleski picks up a couple on the first play from scrimmage for Berwick. 2nd and 5 for Berwick. They're at their own 44-yard line. Soboleski, the lone setback. The handoff, Soboleski once again, and he's pushed back at the 45. Pick up of about 2. It will bring up 3rd down.
Jason kind of picking his way through the line. You can't do that against this North Pocono team. They're big and strong, and that is the key to this game. Who controls the line of scrimmage? Everyone always talks about the size of North Pocono, and they are some big boys up front.
And there you see their defense. Magnata and Ulsimer are your ends. Kind of Savage and Tanfield are at the tackles. Then the linebackers, Jacket, Magnoski, Godak, Crew, McKee, and Shumbris are in the defensive backfield. 3rd down. We'll call it 4. Hollis attempts his first throw of the game, and it is complete far sideline to Hancock. First down, Berwick Bulldogs. They're in North Pocono territory at the 46.
John, I've seen Berwick play about 5 times this year, and I just see Paulus picking defenses apart with the short out patterns, the quick slant patterns. He likes to go to Elms a lot. We're going to be calling his number a lot, number 81, Mike Elms, on the quick slant. And what they like to do is set the defense up. They'll get you biting on the short passes, and then before you know it, they'll send somebody deep like Hancock. He is their deep threat.
George Curry in his 21st year as head coach here at Berwick. He has won 202 ball games with the Bulldogs. Split backfield. Mason, the ball carrier, and he is brought down at the 43-yard line.
A little counter play to the left side. North Pocono read it pretty well. Number 32, Mark Jackett. We're going to be calling his name an awful lot this afternoon, John. You and I both have seen this guy all over the field. He really knows how to pursue an excellent linebacker.
Mark Jackett missed 3.5 games this season. Still was 3rd on the team with tackles. He's all over the football.
That's just amazing. To be out 3.5 games and still have as many tackles as he does, he's just an excellent player.
Pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. Jason Sobolewski, lone setback. The fake on the pitch, inside, reverse, and nothing there. Mike Daddio is knocked back. Great defensive play. Rick Tanfield, the defensive tackle.
That's a play that Berwick likes to run. They unbalance to one side, to the right side that time, and then they bring Daddio across the grain. They try to get everyone coming one way and then sneak it by you. That went for a touchdown a couple times this year. Rick Tanfield made a great play on that to stop it, sniff it out. He stayed in this position and caught Daddio in the backfield.
3rd down and 10.
Here they are, unbalanced right again.
Sobolewski lone setback. Paulus, sprint out right. Paulus throwing. He has Orlando at the 25. And he steps out of bounds. First down, Bulldogs at the 20-yard line.
The defender slipped a little bit there, but a nice pattern by Chris Orlando. Of course, the brother of Bo Orlando, the Houston Oiler. And a nice play by Ron Paulus. You know, talk with Nick Donato, John. He says this guy can 3-step drop, 5-step drop. And as he can do here, roll out. He can throw on the run. He can really do anything. There you see the defender falling down, but a nice pattern by Orlando. And Paulus just zips it out there on the out pattern.
Chris Orlando really coming into his own in the second half of this season. Injured early on, but now he's a big part of the Berwick offense. It rained here, as you know, all of last night, about 3 inches of rain. We were down on the field during pregame, the field in pretty good shape, and you saw there it could be a problem with defensive backs slipping down. Paulus calling signals. First down, Berwick. He's looking for Orlando. He throws, and it is incomplete. Second down for Berwick.
And just as we mentioned about Ron Paulus, this time he rolls to his left. A lot of pressure there by Tony Conasavage as he got by his blocker, and he was really in hot pursuit here. But look at Paulus, and he takes a rough hit here. Not too bad, but he goes down hard, and he can't take too many of them as the day goes on. North Pocono will hit you. These guys are averaging about 230 pounds across the line. This is like a small college team almost. They are big.
Second down and 10. Sobolewski, the lone setback. Elms split out near side. Paulus throws, and it is complete to Sobolewski out of the backfield. Short pickup of about 3. Third down for the Bulldogs.
And you can't tell me North Pocono isn't ready for the slant pattern. Elms came across the middle there. He had 3 guys watching him the whole way. He's going to draw a lot of attention this afternoon. That slant pattern has been so successful this year. Mike Elms almost has 1,000 yards receiving. That's a lot for a high school ball player.
Took up a 4 on the play, 3rd down and 6. We'd like to remind you that during the course of this ball game, we will be checking in live at the Hanover area Montrose Championship game, at the Line Mountain Schuylkill Haven Championship game, and the Shamokin Montoursville game as well. Live updates throughout this broadcast. 3rd down and 6. And Paulus let that one get away, a high throw. Looked like it might have slipped on him. 4th down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that pass just sailed on Ron Paulus there. You know, Berwick showing a lot of looks again, moving all over the place that time. Sobolewski shifts over to the left. They stack the left side. They do that a lot. They'll stack one side or the other.
The ball on the 17-yard lines. The Bulldogs are going to go for it. Nick Donato, in his 11th season here at North Pocono, has won 76 ball games, won the Big 11 championship this season, looking for the Eastern Conference title. Hancock comes in motion. Paulus calling signals. 4th and 6. Paulus, sprint out, pulls up, throws for the sideline. It is incomplete. And North Pocono on the first key defensive series holds the Berwick Bulldogs at the 17-yard line.
Second big play of the game right there. North Pocono stops Berwick on their opening drive. They had a very nice drive going there. Paulus really turned the corner. He caught Keith Olsemer, who was in pursuit. Olsemer stumbled a bit. Paulus may have been able to turn the corner there and pick up the first down. He opted to throw the ball and couldn't get it complete.
7:38 to go first quarter. North Pocono leads it 7-0.
The First National Bank of Berwick now offers you personal touch banking. This exclusive service offers you many free or discounted banking services as well as special discounts on travel, shopping, pharmacy, and eyewear, plus much, much more. Stay in touch with personal touch banking only at First National.
The First National Bank of Berwick in touch with you in Berwick, Nescopeck, and Bloomsburg. Member FDIC.
If you use electric heat, this Alaska Stoker stove will save you up to $1,000 or more every year. This beautiful cast iron Stoker stove can heat your entire house and water, and you don't need to build a chimney. Plus, Alaska stoves are automatic. They burn up to 4 days at a time, and you never shake a grate. Alaska Stoker stoves. See one burning today. Call 1-800-HOT-BTUs for your nearest Alaska stove dealer. That's 1-800-HOT-BTUs.
Welcome back to North Pocono High School. North Pocono leading the Berwick Bulldogs 7-0 here in the first quarter. Our first opportunity to see North Pocono on offense. They scored their 6 points, of course, off that opening kickoff return by that guy, number 7, Larry Shumbrace.
And John, we have Shumbrace starting at tailback instead of Brent Godak this afternoon.
B.J. Gallus calling the signals for the Trojans. Drake in motion. I formation, quick pitch. This is Shumbrace. He hits the left side and falls forward to about the 19-yard line. Let's check in with Kevin Jordan right now, who's working our sidelines this afternoon. Kevin?
John and Terry, the field, as you said before, is in remarkable shape for 3 inches of rain, but the field gently slopes to the sidelines. Berwick, with those short passes to the sideline, in trouble because the footing on the sidelines is not as good as it is in the middle of the field. That may have been their problem.
Good point, Kevin. 2nd down and 7, split backfield. Gallus, the handoff, right up the middle. That's Jacket, and he's knocked back at the 20-yard line.
No surprise here, John, by North Pocono going to the running game. They are a run-oriented team, and they like their tailback, Shumbrace, Brent Godak, and also Ryan McGee gets back there once in a while. They like to mix it up.
Checking out the North Pocono offense, that big line with Sepkowski and White at the tackles. Kind of Savage and Yasinski are the guards. White Lavich, the center. In the backfield and receivers, B.J. Gallus, the quarterback, Jacket and Shumbrace in the backfield. Ulsemer, the big tight end, Kroom and Drake are the wide receivers. 3rd down and 6. Gallus attempting his first pass of the game. Has Kroom on the sidelines, complete at the 30. Kroom is wrestled down at the 35. First down, North Pocono.
And if B.J. Gallus gets that kind of blocking all afternoon, it may be a long day for Berwick. Nobody in his face for 5-7 yards. B.J. Gallus, watch him here, drops straight back, just a quick 5-step drop. Look at that. Nobody in his face. He just lets it fly to the left side. B.J. Gallus really coming into his own these past few weeks, the past 5 weeks. North Pocono has begun to throw the ball up in the air, and this guy, Brian Kroom, is their number 1 guy.
Pick up a 15 yards on the play. I formation, first down. Shumbrace running room at the 40, over the 40 to the 43-yard line. Taking a look at that Berwick defense right now. Berlin and Soboleski, the defensive ends. Labor and Malowski, the tackle. Saltasia, number 72, the nose guard. Linebackers and backs. John Nye is one of the linebackers. Bo Payne, another one of the linebackers. Salt, Hancock, Orlando, and Elms in that defensive backfield. Pickup of 8 on the play by Larry Shumbrace. 2nd down and 2 to go. I formation, North Pocono.
They can't be reduced. They're not reduced.
Shumbrace with the carry, close to the first down. I believe he has it. Labor on the tackle.
sorry about that, John. When you see North Pocono lining up in the I formation, 9 out of 10 times they're going to run the football. They do nothing fancy. They're the old style offense. The old coaches would love to see this team. They grind it out and only pass when they really have to.
Pitch right, pitch left, up the middle, and occasionally throw the pass.
And they get going on that sweep. They pull the tackle in. Sometimes Olsmer comes in motion where they come with that sweep, and they just blow people off the ball.
First down and 10. Perna comes in motion. The pitch. This is Jacket, and he hurdles his way forward to the 50-yard line. 4:55 to go here in the first quarter.
And what a great block there by the left guard, Jeremy Yazinski. He pulled on this play. And watch him. Oh, he just had made a great block there and opened up the hole for a nice gain there for North Pocono. Mark Jacket, the man who missed 3.5 games for this team.
Pick up a 5 on the play. Second down at 5. Ball at midfield. Gallus second pass complete again to Kroom at the 44-yard line and into Berwick territory.
Nice hit there by Chris Salt, too. He timed that one perfectly. Good stick there, but close to the first down.
Salt playing off Kroom because of the wet field, and Kroom has some room along the sidelines.
B.J. Gallus, 3-step drop. He knows where he's going, gets it out there quickly. And I believe they got the first down. Nice catch there by Kroom. He is their go-to guy. They like to pass to him an awful lot.
It is a first down at the 44-yard line of the Berwick Bulldogs. North Pocono in the eye. Ulsimer in motion. Quick pitch. Shumbrace follows Jacket and Ulsimer. Shumbrace with some good yardage. Falls forward to the 36. John Nye, one of those, in on the tackle.
And John, Nick Donato's got to be feeling very comfortable right now with his game plan. I mean, this is North Pocono football. Pitch left, pitch right. That time they went to the, not the far side of the field, but rather the close side of the field. Not much room to work with, but they still got a good pickup there. They get such a great offensive line surge, and they're able to pick up yardage nearly every time they run the football.
Pickup of 7 on the play, I formation, 2nd and 3. If North Pocono has a tendency, they like to run with the motion. If Ulsimer comes in motion, they'll usually run that way. Jacket right up the middle. And it looks like he's short of the first down. Nye, number 25, John Nye, the leading tackler of the Berwick Bulldogs, in on the hit. A 2-yard pickup on the play, 3rd and 1.
And you know Nick Donato's going to go for this one. Nothing to lose. You're already up 7-0. You've already got Berwick down on 2 key plays, so if you get this first down, it's another one.
Teams that have had success against Berwick control the clock. North Pocono has that type of offense that controls the clock.
Valley View last week did an excellent job of controlling the football.
Gallus, quarterback sneak, and he picks up more than enough for the first down.
And John, both these teams play both ways. A lot of the players play both ways, so we'll see how stamina plays a part. The longer the Berwick defense is out there, the less they'll be able to do on offense. As you see B.J. Gallus just taking advantage of a little hole up the middle and got enough for the first.
Both these quarterbacks, B.J. Gallus and Ron Paulus, they like to use that quarterback sneak, not just to pick up a half yard. Sometimes they can break it.
Exactly.
I formation, 1st and 10. Ball at the Berwick 30. Shumbrace is hitting the backfield.
Chad Labor, great pursuit there on the left side, just blew through no one blocked him. They pulled to the left side, North Pocono did. Labor just too quick for him. He gets in the backfield and makes the tackle.
Steve Malowski giving credit on the play, a loss of 3. The ball spotted at the 33, 2nd down and 13, just about 2 minutes to go. Opening quarter, North Pocono with a very impressive drive. This is the first time they've had their hands on the football offensively, aside from that opening kickoff. Well, Gallus sees something he doesn't like, so he calls timeout. Right now, we're going to check in with Bob Ide, who's down in Schuylkill Haven.
Well, down here in Schuylkill Haven, John and Terry, it's Schuylkill Haven's running all over Line Mountain down here. So far, it's 7-0, and it's been all Jason Killian. Killian took his 40th touchdown in from the 5. But right now, Line Mountain just recovered a Hurricane fumble at the Hurricane 40. And so far, like I said, it's 7-0. Now back to John.
Thank you, Bob, for that live update. We are back live. North Pocono High School. B.J. Gallus conferring with his head coach, Nick Donato, on what they want to do here. It's second down, 13. We're in the first quarter. The ball's at the 33 of the Berwick Bulldogs. Gallus saw something when he came to the line he did not like, and so he called the timeout. George Curry, talking with his troops, says, come on, guys, let's get going. We're down 7-0. And these guys are moving the football on us.
That's right. This is a key possession defensively right now for Berwick. They have to tighten up and get things going. John Nye, we haven't called his name at linebacker yet, number 25. He leads this team in tackles. He is their defensive leader. So if anybody's going to get this team going, it's going to be him. And Dave Bopayne, the other linebacker. A tough defense Berwick has. Everyone talks about their offense, but they are a stingy defense. And see if they respond to the call here.
One guy who we have been calling is Chad Labor. Already 4 tackles on this opening drive. Split backfield. Gallus calling signals. Straight drop back. Gallus dumps it off. This is Jacket at the 30. Jacket is wrestled down at the 25-yard line. Number 87, Scott Berlin, from his defensive end position, makes the tackle on the play.
North Pocono trying to set the screen up that time. It was there for a while, John, but then Berlin sniffed it out and was able to cover up some ground. North Pocono pulled the guys out, and they had it going for a second here. Berlin trying the pass rush, but then catches the Mark Jacket from behind.
The pickup of 8 on the play. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. 3rd down and 5. I formation. Shumbrays the handoff. He tries to bounce outside. Shumbrays still on his feet. Gang tackling by the Berwick Bulldogs, who knock him backwards. And it will bring up 4th down. I believe they will spot it shy of the 1st down.
And you see Ronnie Powell in on the tackle there, playing some defense this afternoon. He goes out there only once in a while.
Let's check in with Kevin Jordan once again.
Okay, and with me is Coach Frank Perro, the Wyoming Area Warriors. Coach, what about the first quarter of this game? North Pocono moving the ball well on Berwick.
Yeah, great start with that opening kickoff return, and they seem to match up real well up front with size, big people. So far, they are moving the ball on the ground, and looks like it's going to be a good one, Kevin.
Frank, North Pocono ahead, but Berwick's not out of it.
Oh, no, they're never out of it. They're a great football team.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Yes, sir, Kevin. Thank you.
4th and 3. Gallus, straight drop back over the middle, has Shumbrays. Shumbrays battles forward over the 20. He has the 1st down. 1st down for North Pocono.
John, and he got that 1st down. That play last week for North Pocono went for a touchdown, if you remember, against Mount Carmel. Shumbrays delays on the line of scrimmage, drags across the middle after the linebackers drop back into coverage, and a lot of times that is wide open. He was open that time and just got enough for the 1st down. Hard to believe that Shumbrays was a quarterback at one time. By the way he runs, boy, he is a tough player out there.
1st down and 10, ball at the 20. B.J. Gallus. We've talked a lot about Ron Paulus in the open, but Gallus 4 for 4, 32 yards. That's the end of the first quarter. And North Pocono is leading the Berwick Bulldogs 7-0.
Let me tell you why I'm earning my degree at College Misericordia. Misericordia has the strong academic programs I wanted. Here I receive individual attention from experienced faculty who care about me. I have the support services and financial aid I need to succeed. And Misericordia's small size makes it easy to find friends and get involved. I'm creating my future at College Misericordia. You can too.
Think about your future. Call College Misericordia toll-free.
Good things are happening at the new A.J. Chevrolet Geo in Moscow, headquarters for the full line of Chevrolets. Capri, Corsica, Beretta, Cavalier, Lumina, Geo Storm, S10 pickups, Blazers, Chevy vans, and conversion vans. Low overhead savings and friendly service at its best. This week's special, a new 1991 S10 pickup for only $67.95. If we can't make you a deal, no one can. A.J. Chevrolet, Route 435, Moscow. Only minutes off of I-81 and I-380.
Welcome back back to North Pocono High School, and those are North Pocono fans, and they are very happy as we begin the second quarter because their team is in front, 7-0.
Dancing in the stands. Boy, no one expected this. You never expect a kickoff return to start the ball game. That's what happened here, and North Pocono driving once again, trying to get up by 2 touchdowns.
1st and 10. North Pocono, they come out in the I formation. The ball is at the 20 of the Berwick Bulldogs. B.J. Gallus, the pitch to Chambres. Chambres battles forward, still on his feet. They can't bring this kid down. He battles forward to the 16-yard line.
John, if you notice, North Pocono has been going to the right side. They go right behind big guard Tony Konasavich and Jason Sipkowski with Keith Olsomer, too. They also like to bring him in motion a lot of time. They just get the momentum going. And look at these guys pulling and just blowing people off, and great running by Chambres.
Look at him go. There's 8 guys on his back.
Yeah.
Jacket usually leads Chambres through the hole, but that time he was sealing off to the inside.
The outside, and Konasavich someone was grabbing his leg there, saying, let go here.
Here's a stat for you. North Pocono, time of possession, first quarter, 7 minutes, 51 seconds.
Wow.
2nd and 5, ball at the 15. Chambres, once again, the workhorse, cuts it outside. He's at the 10. Penalty flag on the play.
I would guess maybe a hold because that hole was immense right there. That was a big hole pulling to the left.
And I believe that's our first penalty flag in this contest. Yep. Larry Chambres, the workhorse thus far in this championship ball game. It is against North Pocono as we see George Curry looking on. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Got clipping, thwack, repeat, 2nd down.
You heard it, a clip, 15 yards, and the ball comes back to the 25-yard line. Taking a look at today's officials, our referee, Ron Corr, Pat Garamoni, the umpire, head linesman, Fred Duke, line judge, Ron Wren, back judge, Roy Bass, and the field judge, Tim Hall. 2nd down, 15. Perna in motion. Gallus sprints to the right side, tries to turn the corner, and he is almost caught from behind, still on his feet. He's going backwards now, fumbles the football, and then finally Gallus falls on it for a big, big loss all the way back to the 34-yard line.
John, that's the kind of play that excites the fans. They like to see when players do that, but very, very few players are able to do this, especially at the high school level. B.J. Gallus is lucky Jason Soboleski wasn't able to take him down here. He probably should have just went forward, see how much he could have got. Instead, he tries to make things happen. You can't blame him for doing that, but he just gets caught in the backfield, and they're disastrous. He fumbles the football, but luckily he was able to recover it. Nice pursuit on that play by Berwick.
That's the kind of play where the quarterback should just fall down on the play, accept the loss, and go on. Third down, 25. Jacket, the lone setback. Drake comes in motion. Kroom is split out near side. Gallus looks to throw again. He's been perfect thus far. Lofts it up for Chambres. Paulus is back there on the coverage and knocks it down. A battle of number 7s, Paulus and Chambres, 4th down.
You know, John, if you're going to go deep in the post pattern and Ron Paulus is back there playing center field, you're going to have to watch yourself because he is one tall guy. If you better get it past him, you better not short arm it. B.J. Gallus does his best here to air it out, but it comes up just a bit short. Double coverage there anyway, and Chambres can't get to the football.
Paulus could have easily intercepted that ball, but that was a headsy play. Just knock it down. Brings up 4th down. The ball's at the 35, so now they'll take the chances with North Pocono back to punt. Scott McGee on to do the punting for North Pocono. Our first punt of this contest. High, end over end. It hits down at the 10, rolls forward, 3-yard line. You can't ask for anything better than that. Scott McGee with a great punt all the way down to the 3-yard line. 9:28 to go, second quarter. North Pocono still in the lead, 7-0.
Inbound, inbound.
Berwick Distributors has been serving the Berwick area and northeastern Pennsylvania for the last 90 years. We are proud to be associated with the people of our area, the business community, and of our children's accomplishments. The success of the Bulldogs and the Trojans is a part of the commitment and hard work the dedicated people of our region portray. Here at Berringer's, we have supplied building materials for thousands of homes, including Anderson windows, Peachtree doors, our own trusses, and quality wood and plywood products throughout the area. We thank everyone for their patronage and ask for continued support for the students of the schools of northeastern Pennsylvania.
The First National Bank of Berwick now offers you personal touch banking. This exclusive service offers you many free or discounted banking services as well as special discounts on travel, shopping, pharmacy, and eyewear, plus much, much more. Stay in touch with personal touch banking only at First National.
We're always in touch with you. The First National Bank of Berwick in touch with you in Berwick, Nescopeck, and Bloomsburg. Member FDIC.
Paterno on Pitt, Tuesday night at 6 on News 22. Welcome back to North Pocono High School. The Trojans just had the football for 9 minutes, but they could not put any points on the board to add to that 7-0 lead. But what a great punt by Scott McGee. Nails Berwick all the way down in their own end, 3-yard line.
Let's see what Ron Paulus does here now. This would be a great drive for Berwick. I think he gets something here.
Paulus sprint out. He's not afraid to throw, and he does. And it is complete. It is complete to Chris Orlando. That's his second reception. And quickly, the Bulldogs are out of the hole. First down.
What a fine, fine play by Chris Orlando right there. And that's a tough pattern to run in the wet field. The hook up, he went down about 20 yards, hooked it up to the outside, and came back to the ball to make a sliding catch. Paulus rolling to his right was able to whip it out there. You know, a lot of these high school quarterbacks, John, you see them rolling to the right or left, and they're unable to get good mustard on the ball, any kind of zip. Paulus rolling, even falling backwards, can get some good stuff on his football.
George Curry likes to liken his release to that of Dan Marino of the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
First down. Paulus will throw again. He's looking for Helms. Flag pattern, double coverage, and throws it at the 30. He's going to score on the play. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Oh, my.
A 77-yard pass play. Ron Paulus to Mike Helms, double coverage, and the Bulldogs are on the scoreboard.
How about that, John? The first time we call Mike Helms' name all afternoon, and it's a big play. He's their big play guy. He hasn't run any short patterns left. They send him yet. They send him deep. Double coverage there by North Pocono. That shows you the confidence that Ron Paulus has in his receiver, Mike Helms. Helms, great timing on that play to come down with the football.
Paulus to Helms. One of the great passing combinations in the Eastern Conference this season. And Paulus, who does just about everything, is on to tack on the extra point. It's up, it's solid, and it is good. So with 8:52 to go, second quarter, we have a tie game, 7-7. We'll be right back.
At Wilkes University, our students tell the story.
Wilkes has a great deal of hardware, a great deal of cutting-edge technology and equipment to do that cutting-edge technology.
I think it's the people, the friends that I've made. I couldn't find better friends in the world. It's a well-rounded education. It's not just books and math. It's I've made friends. It's just fun to hang out with your friends.
I love it here at Wilkes.
Wilkes works. Call today.
Edwards Concrete is the first name in quality stone and service. Quality begins with aggregate, from our own quarry in South Sterling to our fully automated concrete plant in Elmhurst. No job is complete without prompt service by our radio-dispatched fleet of trucks. We move them in and move them out. Add to that a recycle program to eliminate any waste of concrete, sand, stone, or water. We're open year-round, Monday through Saturday, now offering heated concrete for winter delivery. We're Edwards Concrete, locally owned and operated, serving the Scranton, North Pocono area.
Take a look at that Berwick touchdown once again, Paulus to Elms.
Just a matter of mistiming here by the North Pocono defense. Chumbrus goes up, but not in time. Elms times it perfectly, keeps his eyes on the ball. That's a tough catch to make. He adjusted his body and made the catch for the touchdown. 2 plays, 97 yards.
Time of the drive, 35 seconds, and this is right after North Pocono had the football for over 9 minutes and could not score. So 2 big plays, and we're tied up at 7-7. Shumbrace, who ran back the opening kickoff at the 25, 30, and he is going nowhere this time.
The wedge closed up in a hurry that time. Was made by number 56, Ed Powell. Kind of savage with the stick on the kickoff.
The ball is at the 30-yard line of North Pocono. First ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. Not bad field position for North Pocono, who have controlled the football in this first half. So the momentum now shifts to Berwick. We'll have to see how North Pocono reacts now on offense.
High school football is a game of emotions as it is, but when it's up and down like this, you got to see how your players are going to respond. North Pocono, the older team, a lot of seniors on their starting lineup.
2 tight end formation. Olsemer comes in motion. The handoff. This is Kodak, and he falls forward, 35-yard line. Right now, let's check in with Andy Palumbo, who's in Montrose for the Montrose Hanover Area Football Championship.
This game's moving along rather quickly, and it's not moving Montrose's way. We're nearing the half, and they're already down by 20 points. It's 20-0 Hanover Area. Here's how it scored. 6:52 left in the first quarter. Kevin Proctor ran it in, and then with 1:52 in the first quarter, Pearson DeMunk for the touchdown, a long pass. They missed the 2-point conversion, made it after their 3rd touchdown, 20-0. Hanover Area over Montrose. Now back to Moscow and John Nugent.
Well, Terry, what do you have to say for yourself? Your alma mater, Montrose High School, down 20-0 to Hanover Area.
Getting pumped. Well, that's a tall order taking on the state champs. Hanover, a very tough team. Montrose had a good season thus far. Let's see what they can do in the second half, but it's certainly a tall order taking on Alex Kopass and the Hawkeyes.
While we were away, Mark Jackett ran the football up the middle for a couple of yards. We have a timeout down on the field, 3rd down and 5 yards to go. 7:28 here in the second quarter when play resumes.
One thing to point out, John, you know, that's how you can tell Berwick is a veteran team of these playoffs. North Pocono runs the kickoff back. A team could easily get down, but you know Curry isn't going to let his team get down. Coach Curry has been here all too often. He knows what this is all about, and his team has such confidence. You can just see it in their eyes when they're warming up out on the field. Anytime they are down, they still think they're going to be in a football game, and it's a lot because of this guy. He just gives his team so much confidence in themselves, and he really builds them up. And he's got an excellent program there in Berwick.
3rd down and 5. I formation. Big defensive play here for Berwick. Dallas looking. Dallas throwing for Olsemer. Downfield. Intercepted by Ron Paulus at the 30-yard line. So B.J. Dallas intercepted by the opposing quarterback. Berwick will take over at their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Watch it again.
Tough play for B.J. Gallus here, trying to get all of it in one play. Olsemer can't get up that high. He's got a lot of weight to get up in the air. Paulus, nice play there. Good time. He comes down with the catch. And, you know, it's an interception, but it's not that tragic because it's just as good as a punt, like they say. And now Berwick has the ball. We'll see what happens here on defense for North Pocono.
2 tight ends, 3 wide receivers, quarterback sneak here by Wallace. This is a set design play, and he brings it out to the 35-yard line. Good pickup, 5 yards.
When that play started, I saw the big gaps that North Pocono had on the line of scrimmage. Paulus sees it easily, just taps the center on one left side, and he's going up the gut in the quarterback sneak.
If you're a defense and you see them come out with no running backs, 2 tight ends, 3 wide receivers, you're normally going to think they're going to throw the football, and here he takes off on a quarterback sneak.
Yep.
Mike Elms goes in motion, 2nd down, same play, but this time North Pocono is ready. The big guy, number 12, Keith Olsemer, from his defensive end position, one of the guys with the initial stick.
Yeah, it's all right to go on that play once in a while, but twice in a row, it's going to be tough to get by this team. They are big and quick. Keith Olsemer, I was talking to him earlier in the week. He really wants to go to Syracuse. He's sought after by all kinds of Division I schools. He is quite a ball player, very strong player, upper body strength, and he's awfully quick for his 240-pound size. Great high school player.
Paulus lost a yard on the play, 3rd down and 6. We will continue our coverage of high school football when the state semifinals get underway on December the 7th. We will be there. We're not sure where just yet, but tune us in. We'll let you know. Ron Paulus fires again. He has Mike Elms, 49-yard line. And another first down for the Berwick Bulldogs. Paulus and Elms are warming up now.
That's right. Indicative of last week's game against Valley View. They're starting to go for it now. Elms just eclipsed the 1,000-yard receiving mark with this reception here. Paulus, a little sprint out, comes up tall and just fires it in there. Elms with a nice pattern. And you can see the defender 5-6 yards off the ball player. And nice catch there by Mike Elms. And an excellent season by this guy.
1,003 yards is the official total on Mike Elms. Mike Daddio with the reverse brings it into North Pocono territory to about the 47-yard line. This is another play that, watching tapes this past week, Daddio has scored a touchdown on this. He comes around, a little delay, a little reverse, and cuts it up off tackle.
A lot of teams like to call it the scissors play. It's a lot of misdirection, get the defense confused, and then bring someone around the end like Daddio, who is quick. He's a good ball player, Mike Daddio. Berwick has so many weapons they can use.
Second down and 6. Pick up a 4. Paulus slacks some miscommunication in the backfield. But he still picks up a yard on the play. 3rd and 5. Let's check in with Kevin Jordan once again.
Joey on the bottom. Brings up 3rd.
We won't check in with Kevin Jordan. Okay, we'll stay here to live action.
I think I see him
4
over there
minutes
eating
to
a
go.
hot dog, John.
Kevin's eating a hot dog. We'll talk to him later.
That last play, I think, was supposed to be a counter to Ryan Mason. He was sweeping around the end, I think, maybe thinking pitch.
3rd and 5. Timeout, Bulldogs. Some confusion at the line. George Curry going to come out onto the field, talk to his troops. I know they want this first down here and keep this drive alive and maybe take it right into halftime with some points on the board without North Pocono getting the football once again.
Berwick certainly has the momentum right now, as you were talking about earlier. Big series here for North Pocono. If they can stop Berwick going tied at 7-7, that would be a victory of sorts for the Trojans.
The Bulldogs 2 of 4 on 3rd down conversions. They have one here now at 3rd and 5, 3:46 to go, 2nd quarter. If you're just joining us, an exciting game. Opening kickoff, Larry Shumbrace returns at 89 yards for a touchdown. North Pocono up 7-0. Berwick comes back, 2nd quarter, a 77-yard pass play. Ron Paulus to Mike Elms. And that's your score, 7-7. Timeouts remaining. Each team has taken one. They have 2 apiece.
John, every time I see Ron Paulus play, I'm more and more impressed. I really just can't believe the talent this guy has. It seems to be overstated, but it really isn't. This guy is really a Division I quarterback. The way he can throw the ball falling back and off balance and on the roll is just amazing. And he's really got some big arm strength. And the scary thing is he's only a junior. These guys are going to have to deal with him next year.
And he has the size right now at 6'4". He's about 205, at least at the start of the season.
Another summer to grow a little bigger, and boy, he's going to be something else next year.
Here we go again, a 2 tight end formation. Orlando in the slot, 3 wide receivers. Nobody in the backfield. Paulus, 2-step drop, throws for the sidelines, and is complete. Hancock might break it. He's at the 15, 10, and he goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Berwick Bulldogs. A 40-yard pass play.
We talked about it during the week. The key to this game was going to be how the defensive backs of North Pocono were going to handle the receivers and Paulus. Here's the ISO of Hancock. Look at all kinds of pad right there on Hancock. Kroom giving him about 7 to 8 yards pad. Hancock hooks it up, takes advantage, and this bolts down the sidelines for a big game. He is their big play guy, Jeff Hancock.
6'2", 185. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. Split backfield. Paulus cuts it up. He's met at the 4, still on his feet. He may make it in, and he's knocked backwards. Great second effort. Ron Paulus down to the 2-yard line.
Coach Curry likes to do this down near the goal line. He gets the defense thinking counter traps and sweeps and stuff like that, and they always go with Ron Paulus often on the keepers and misdirection plays because he's big and strong. He can carry defenders into the end zone with him.
2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. The Bulldogs don't like to play games down here around the goal line. Let Follis handle the football and let that be it. Sobolewski is in. Jason Sobolewski from 1 yard out. The Berwick Bulldogs take the lead, 13-7 with 2:54 to go, second quarter.
No question where Berwick is going on that play. Power I formation. The up backs about a yard off the guard and tackle on the left side. They just hand it to big number 99, Sobolewski, and he just powers his way up the middle. Number 99, a familiar number at Berwick for the running backs.
And Sobolewski is no stranger to the end zone. 15 touchdowns thus far this season. Right up there with Ronnie Paulus for putting points on the board. Paulus on for the extra point, and once again, it is solid and through. No, check that. Check that. It was no good. So our score remains 13-7 with 2 minutes, 54 seconds to go, second quarter. The Berwick Bulldogs in the lead by 6 points. They know what to do with the lead. North Pocono has to come back after being down. They were down earlier in the season against Dunmore, and they came back and they won that football game. They're 11-0, but this is an unfamiliar position to them to be down in a football game.
And with so much on the line, a big game like that. The Dunmore game was a big game, but it was just a regular conference game. This is for all the marbles. See what kind of character the North Pocono team has. See if they can come back here.
Another short kickoff, and it's brought out to the 34-yard line. North Pocono will go on the offense, 1st and 10 from the 34. Ryan McGee returning the football out to the 34-yard line.
Amazing how a game can turn around. I mean, the first few minutes, it was all North Pocono, and it looked to be all kinds of momentum going their way. This time, Schumbris on the kickoff. Or rather,
Kodak, the up back, brings it out to the 34. This is Ryan McGee back to live action, tries to turn the corner, and he is knocked out of bounds by Chris Orlando. Hit very hard on that far sideline.
The Trojans have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to work with here. They're not going to go away from their game plan. They're going to try to run the ball as much as they can to get some field position and get in for a score before halftime.
McGee picks up 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. We have an official's timeout down on the field.
You know, John, we haven't called Brent Godek's name all afternoon. The guy who leads this North Pocono team in touchdowns and in rushing out of the backfield. Number 24, he's a great player, but Larry Schumbris has carried the load so far. McGee, that time, carrying the ball out of the backfield. So we'll have to see if Godek is going to get any action sometime soon.
Schumbris, Godek, McGee, all of them see plenty of action at that tailback spot. Jacket, of course, the up back when they come out in the eye. Right now, they come out with a lone setback. Perna in motion. Gallus, straight drop. Throws over the middle, and it is incomplete. North Pocono looking for a flag, but I see none.
And they have good reason to look for a flag. Dave Beaupain all over the receiver that time. We'll have to possibly take a look at it again because, boy, that was awfully close. Looked like he was hanging on his back. Here it is again. Gallus back to pass. McGee across the middle. Oh, that's pass interference.
That is pass interference, no doubt about it.
No call, and the fans have a right to get upset on that
play. Timeout down on the field. Berwick Bulldogs. 2:25 to go here in the opening half. Berwick leading it, 13-7. Right now, we're going to check in with Bob Ide once again, who's down in Schuylkill Haven for the Schuylkill Haven Line Mountain Championship football game.
We're at halftime here at Schuylkill Haven, and so far it's been a tale of 2 cities, John and Terry. 2 quarters, excuse me. Schuylkill Haven controlled the ball in the first quarter and took a 7-0 lead, but since then it's been all Line Mountain as they went to the air as Kyle Troutman hit Jeremy Harold 20 yards for the score. They went for the 2 points, and so far Line Mountain took the lead 8-7. Now back to John.
Well, thanks, Bob. So Schuylkill Haven now finds themselves behind Lyon Mountain 8-7. We'll be checking in with Bob Hyde later on in this broadcast.
You knew that was going to be a good ball game. Lyon Mountain, a very good football team, giving Schuylkill Haven some problems right now. And North Pocono, a problem of their own, trying to score here with 2:25 before halftime to possibly tie this up and take the lead even.
3rd down and 7. Drake comes in motion. Gallus, the handoff to Jacket. Jacket's at the 40, 45, 47-yard line, and a first down, North Pocono.
Nice call by Nick Donato, the draw play to Jacket. He's a tough runner. They got a nice hole there. The line sold it pretty well. Here's Gallus dropping back, selling pass, and giving it to Jacket. Just blows up the middle for a nice gain, first down.
North Pocono's first down, 2nd quarter. Herner comes in motion. 1st and 10. Gallus rolling right. Gallus throwing, it is knocked down. Jason Soboleski, the big defensive end and fullback, knocked down that pass by B.J. Gallus.
And that's Soboleski's specialty. I believe that's his 5th batted ball this season. He is really good at that. I knew there was trouble all the way on that pass. Gallus was kind of had his arm a little low here. Watch, he's holding the ball real low. And see, he released it very low. And look how high Soboleski gets up in the air.
Gallus threw that right in the numbers. He didn't even have to jump on that one. 10 sacks this season for Soboleski, and he has 1 batted ball in this ball game. 2nd down and 10. McGee comes in motion. Jacket, the lone setback. Gallus, straight drop back. Gallus, long down the sidelines, and it is incomplete. Looking for Ryan McGee, Chris Orlando on the good coverage. 3rd down.
There's the inexperience by B.J. Gallus, John. He's only a junior. You have 3rd and 10. You have the time. You have 2 minutes to play. You don't need to get all of it in one play. You get a nice little crossing pattern across the middle and try to let someone catch the ball and run for the first down. What a difference a quarter makes. B.J. Gallus 4 for 4 in the 1st quarter. Now he's 0 for 5.
I'd like to give thanks to our good friend Bill Davis over at Valley Rental, Hazel Street in Wilkes-Barre, for once again providing the Grove scissors lifts for our game cameras throughout the stadium. Thanks to Bill Davis. And there you see exactly what a scissors truck looks like. Give us a wave. I see a hand coming out from behind that camera. I'm not sure who's up there. Joe Butaz is up there. It's like the Thing from the Addams Family. You just see a hand,
just a hand
behind the camera. Timeout, North Pocono down on the field, so they have 1 left here in the opening half.
And I'm sure Nick is trying to calm B.J. down right now and saying that you don't have to get it on 1 play.
Right now we're going to check in with Andy Palumbo on an update on that Montrose Hanover area football game.
Back at Montrose Area High School Football Stadium, and it's a long day for the Montrose Meteors. We're just beginning the 3rd quarter. It is 20-0 Hanover area. Montrose just can't get it on track. The field's in good condition, but the running game for Montrose goes nowhere. Back to Moscow, John and Terry.
The score remains the same in Montrose, Hanover area, looking for their 2nd state championship, leading 20-0. 1:55 to go here, 2nd quarter, 3rd down and 10. Ball at the North Pocono 47. This is McGee. McGee, having all kinds of problems, brings it out to midfield, but well short of a first down. It'll bring up 4th down for North Pocono.
Not a bad call here by Nick Donato. The passing game not working, so instead of avoiding a big turnover here and going down by 2 touchdowns, he's going to go for the draw play, hoping something will break in. Nothing does, punt the ball away and try to go into halftime down 13-7.
Chris Orlando is the lone deep back to field this punt.
And hope this guy doesn't break it. Chris Orlando is an awfully good punt returner, and they have the block on now.
McGee with the kick, a good kick. Fair catch called by Orlando at the 21. So the Berwick Bulldogs will have 1 more shot at it here before halftime. 1:06 to go. They lead it 13-7. It'll be interesting to see if they go on the offense or if they just run out the clock and take it into the locker room with the 6-point lead.
Well, if I'm Coach Curry and I have Ron Powlis at quarterback and I just completed a long bomb to Mike Elms, I tend to think I'd try to get something on the board. With a minute left, what's to lose? If you don't get it in 3 plays, you punt it away, and then by that time the half should be over.
There you see Ron Powlis, ready to do business. 1st and 10. Powlis, sprint right, looking, throwing for Orlando. Off the hands of Chris Orlando at the 45-yard line. McGee and Shumbrays on the coverage, 2nd down.
The Berwick offensive line does such a great job of containing the defensive line for the other team, allowing Powlis to turn the corner. That time, Jason Soboleski turned around and made a great block on Bill McNoskey, allowing Powlis to get outside. That gives him an extra 4 seconds to unload the ball, and when a guy like Powlis has that much time, he's going to do some damage against your defense.
Ron Powlis thus far 7 of 10, 193 yards and a touchdown. A big run to Mike Elms for 77 yards. First time we've seen this look. Powlis in the shotgun. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, has a hole on the left side, cuts it back to the middle, nothing there. North Pocono quickly closed down on the play. Number 42, Matt McNaughton, from his defensive end position with the tackle.
Boy, they give you so many different looks, Coach Curry. You always got to guess with this guy. I would hate to coach against him. You never know what's coming next. I didn't even know Berwick had a shotgun play. That's the first time we saw him in shotgun this afternoon.
And multiple substitutions on each and every play.
Yep.
2, 3 guys coming off the bench, 2, 3 guys going out. So it's tough to get matchups for individual players when Curry continually uses the substitution on each play.
He's been at it for 21 seasons, so the wheels are turning for sure.
3rd down and 9. Elms split to the near side. Powlis looking far sideline for Hancock, and it is incomplete. Once again, double coverage. Shumbrays, number 7 on the coverage, along with John McShaffrey. Back there, number 83. 4th down and 9. Just 7 seconds to go before halftime.
You got to hand it to the Dogs, trying to get something before halftime, and Powlis has all kinds of confidence in his receivers. He'll go deep anytime, whoever's covering.
Stretch out the defense,
right.
Throw it long, get them backpedaling, and then throw it underneath. Well, this is a punting situation for Berwick. 7 seconds on the clock. They don't want any mistakes down here. Shumbrays is the lone deep back to field this punt. We have a timeout, Berwick Bulldogs.
Snap is crucial here. Make sure the snap doesn't go over the punter's head, or Powlis might even come up a little closer and just quick kick it as soon as he gets the snap.
If you're just joining us, to recap once again, North Pocono on the board, opening kickoff. Larry Shumbrays, an 89-yard kickoff return for touchdown, 7-0. Second quarter, Berwick comes back to tie it, 77-yard pass play. Ron Powlis to Mike Elms, tied at 7-7. And then later, second quarter, Soboleski. Jason Soboleski over from the 1-yard line. The point after was no good, 13-7, and that's the way we have it as we approach halftime.
John, looking ahead to the second half, we haven't seen a slant pattern yet run by George Curry and the Berwick Bulldogs. That is their bread and butter. They like to go to that often during the game. They set the teams up. So right now, I got to think North Pocono, the D-backs are going to go into halftime thinking all these deep patterns, we don't want to get beat deep, and you got to look for Berwick to come out with those short, quick patterns, and they can break those as well.
Now, Powlis is the punter as well. He's the quarterback, he's the free safety, he's the punter. He kicks extra points, and right here he has the option. And it is partially blocked. Partially blocked by Keith Olsemer. North Pocono will let it roll. The gun sounds, and that is it. We go to halftime with the Berwick Bulldogs looking for a 4th consecutive Eastern Conference football championship, leading North Pocono 13-7. We're going to check in now with Kevin Jordan and Nick Donato.
With Coach Nick Donato. Coach, your team down by a few points here in the first half after the big opening kickoff.
Well, I thought things went well until we had the 15-yard penalty. We could have been 1st and goal at their 7 and put a 2nd and long, and they're tough in those situations. And then, of course, the long pass play, our 2 defenders ran into each other and fell down, and that's the way it goes. We're in good shape.
Okay, Coach, good luck to you in the second half. Coach Nick Donato, his team down only by 6 points. Back to you, John.
Thank you, Kevin. Nick Donato with a concerned look as he heads for the locker room. And it's halftime. Berwick is leading North Pocono 13-7.
We make the best stoker stoves today. A 4-day burn leaves you with more leisure time. You never shake a grate. There's no dust to clean up. It's totally automatic. There's no overheating or chimney fires. Does your old stove do this for you? It's time you got an Alaska Stoker stove. See one burning today. Call 1-800-HOT-BTUs for your nearest Alaska stove dealer. That's 1-800-HOT-BTUs.
Let me tell you why I'm earning my degree here at College Misericordia. Misericordia has given me the quality education I need to succeed in my career and more. Here I can get involved in many community service programs, helping people of all ages and needs. These programs mean I can make a difference in the community while I enhance my education. I'm creating my future here at College Misericordia. You can too.
Call College Misericordia today.
The all-new Toyota Camry, better than ever for 92. Better Toyotas, better values.
And now, better Toyota deals. Better deals means bigger option package savings on Toyota Corollas. You can save over $1,000. There's incentives worth hundreds more. Get a better deal on a Celica GTS or deal on Tercel, the lowest price sedan anywhere. Thousands of Toyotas priced to sell now. Could mean a better deal on the Toyota you want. Better Toyotas, better deals, but you better hurry. See your Toyota dealer today.
This WYOU sports presentation is brought to you by College Misericordia, dedicated to affordable, quality education that lasts. AJ Chevrolet, your low overhead dealer where you are king of the road. Alaska Stoker Stoves in Bloomsburg. Just call 1-800-HOT-BTUs. And Edwards Concrete, wishing the North Pocono Trojans the best of luck.
It is halftime. Berwick leading North Pocono 13-7 in this Eastern Conference Class 1 championship game. Right now, we're going to listen to the North Pocono High School Marching Band directed by Mr. Frank Torquato. And they will be performing a medley from The Wizard of Oz. So let's listen in. To the North Pocono High School Marching Band, directed by Mr. Frank Torquato. It is halftime. Berwick leading North Pocono 13-7.
Good things are happening at the new A.J. Chevrolet Geo in Moscow, headquarters for the full line of Chevrolets. Capri, Corsica, Beretta, Cavalier, Lumina, Geo Storm, S10 pickups, Blazers, Chevy vans, and conversion vans. Low overhead savings and friendly service at its best. This week's special, a new 1991 S10 pickup for only $67.95. If we can't make you a deal, no one can. A.J. Chevrolet, Route 435 Moscow, only minutes off of I-81 and I-380.
At the Times and the Tribune, we know there's more to running a newspaper than reporting the news. There's integrity. The trust developed through high moral and ethical standards. Every day, our editors demand concise reporting from their journalists, dynamic pictures from their photographers, and even more of themselves. Unbiased editing and good judgment. That's the way we run our newspapers. The Times and the Tribune. Integrity in news.
Now, news on the hour from the 24-hour news source, WYOU.
Good afternoon. I'm David D. Cosmo. A Pittston woman is in custody this afternoon, charged with the murder of a man who shared her Pittston home. And a body was found on the steps of Scranton City Hall this morning. Police believe the man involved was intoxicated, may have stumbled and fallen, striking his head, causing fatal injuries. They have ruled it an accidental death. Cloudy skies this afternoon, but mild temperatures. More news coming up on News 22.
The North Pocono School District encompasses an area of over 190 square miles. The high school houses 925 students in grades 9 through 12. The faculty consists of 73 professionals, with 80% having earned at least a master's degree. North Pocono students select from a variety of curriculum offerings in college preparatory, business, general, and vocational education. Available to students are courses in advanced placement, numerous electives at the college level, as well as a wide range of course offerings in which computers play an active role. A new computer writing laboratory is now in use for all English classes. Among the many co-curricular activities are classes in drama and journalism and a varied music program involving over 280 students. Extracurricular activities include 25 clubs and 16 varsity sports. Over 40% of the student body are participating in some segment of the fall athletic program. North Pocono is fortunate to have tremendous support from its community, which, through local individuals and organizations, awarded over $90,000 in scholarships to members of the class of '91. North Pocono can be proud of its students, faculty, and community.
Weather forecasting is changing for the better. Coming soon to News 22.
Welcome back to North Pocono High School. Now we are going to check in with the Berwick High School Marching Band, directed by Mr. Ron Wasser, pre-recorded earlier before today's game. was the Berwick High School Marching Band, directed by Mr. Ron Wasser. It is halftime. Berwick leading North Pocono 13-7.
In Towanda and all of Bradford County, we're here. In Williamsport and throughout Lycoming County, families rely on us as their health care provider. So do residents in Hazleton, Wilkes-Barre, and Wyoming Valley. From Scranton to Montrose, we provide the health care you've asked for. HMO of Northeastern Pennsylvania, the Blue Cross HMO. We're in all these communities because your good health is our business.
1985, Grand Am is introduced and quickly becomes Pontiac's bestseller. 1992, Pontiac makes Grand Am better than ever, completely restyled with more power and anti-lock brakes standard. New 92 Grand Am sticker prices start at just $11,899. That's hundreds less than last year's comparably equipped models. Grand Am's tradition of value grows on. No wonder Pontiac's total sales the past 7 years have beaten every import make. See your Northeast Pennsylvania Pontiac Pay Center.
If you think a muffler is something you just stick under your car, think again. The wrong one can really hurt your engine performance and fuel economy. And we know. We've been engineering, building, and installing mufflers for 35 years. When you get a muffler here, it's Midas quality. Installed by Midas-trained experts and guaranteed for as long as you own your car. All at a great price. Nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
Right now at your participating local Midas dealer, receive 20% off all exhaust service.
The greater Berwick area has a population of 22,000 people. The community is situated along the Susquehanna River about 30 miles southwest of Wilkes-Barre and is readily accessible from Interstate Route 80. The school district serves over 3,500 students and encompasses 101 square miles. The senior high school houses 880 students in grades 9 through 12. The high school staff, including teachers, administrators, and members of pupil services, totals 68 professional employees. Academically, students enjoy a wide variety of choices when selecting areas of study. They are guided into college preparatory, business education, or general education, with all three offering varied electives. Every year, well over 60% of our graduates go on to post-secondary education. In addition to an excellent balance of academic offerings, Berwick students are provided with a wide variety of extracurricular activities. There are 18 interscholastic varsity sports programs. There are also 24 clubs and organizations, including academic achievement groups, musical groups, publications, dramatics, and service organizations. Berwick High School is proud of the achievements of its students and the community's continued support of the total educational program.
Paterno on Pitt, Tuesday night at 6 on News 22. Welcome back. It is halftime here at North Pocono High School. Berwick leading North Pocono 13-7. Big plays dominating that first half.
And a tale of two halves. You know, a coach always looks back in a game and points to a couple key plays, not necessarily touchdowns. Nick Donato brought up a key point at halftime. That holding penalty or the clipping penalty when they were driving on their second drive, could have went up 14-0, but the clipping penalty brought it back, and then they had to settle for a punt before it goes in for the score.
Checking out some of those highlights, we weren't even warmed up when Larry Shumbrays of North Pocono returned the opening kickoff, 89 yards.
Just a great wedge right out the middle. North Pocono came out all fired up for this game at home. Shumbrays takes advantage of a huge hole up the middle. He's not even touched.
And it was 7-0 North Pocono first quarter. But then in the second quarter, Berwick, the momentum changed, and Berwick went to work. And this kid, Ronnie Paulus, 77 yards, Mike Elms.
He is their main man, and he's not afraid, like we said, to put it up deep. Elms double coverage by all intents and purposes. He shouldn't have thrown the ball, but Elms comes up with the ball. Great timing on the play. The defenders, Shumbrays and the other guy, couldn't come up with it. And a touchdown for Berwick.
And this kid, Paulus, does it all. He punts, kicks the extra points, quarterbacks, and he also plays a little free safety. And right here, with a key interception in that second quarter, which set up the second touchdown. Paulus to Hancock, a 40-yard reception all the way down to the 5-yard line. Then, of course, Jason Soboleski took it in from the 1. 13-7, they mixed the extra point, and that's the way we have it at halftime.
Berwick doing a great job of mixing things up. What we talked about, they haven't gone to the slant or the out patterns much. It seems like they're trying to set them up in a reverse kind of way. Go deep, and then maybe in the second half we'll see more short patterns. See what happens.
We've had some live updates during the course of this game. Right now, we're going to go to Bob Ide at Schuylkill Haven.
Well, John and Terry, it's an exciting Class 3 championship game here at Schuylkill Haven. We're in the third quarter now, and things have changed. This changed. Number 36, Scott Davis, just picked off the Line Mountain pass. Very exciting out here. He just picked off the pass, went 77 yards for a touchdown, and Schuylkill Haven took the lead 15-8. Now back to John.
A good ball game down there as well. We have a dandy here. Berwick leading North Pocono 13-7. Get set for a great second half.
At Wilkes University, our students tell the story.
If you like a small school, personalized attention, it's the best people I've ever met in my life, I would definitely choose Wilkes.
It only took me one tour of Wilkes to know that this was a school for me.
I chose Wilkes because Wilkes has a very strong program in my majors, which are English and Spanish. And also Wilkes has a very high placement for law schools.
Wilkes works. Call today.
If you use electric heat, this Alaska Stoker stove will save you up to $1,000 or more every year. This beautiful cast iron Stoker stove can heat your entire house and water, and you don't need to build a chimney. Plus, Alaska stoves are automatic. They burn up to 4 days at a time, and you never shake a grate. Alaska Stoker stoves. See one burning today. Call 1-800-HOT-BTUs for your nearest Alaska stove dealer. That's 1-800-HOT-BTUs.
Local news.
Business.
Sports.
Feature stories.
Classified.
Weddings and engagements.
USA Weekend.
Travel.
Editorials.
Northeast Woman.
Neighborhood news.
Entertainment.
Stock market.
Social news.
Color comics.
Manufacturer's coupons.
State and national news.
Advice column.
Parade magazine.
Advertiser's insert.
Crosswords.
Recipes.
TV time.
Sales.
Color as real as life.
Nothing stacks up to the Sunday Times Scrantonian, so don't settle for anything less. Call 348-9190 for home delivery or pick up a copy at your favorite newsstand.
This WYOU sports presentation is brought to you by Wilkes University, the private university with a public mission. Your local Toyota dealers. See your local dealer today. Farringer Distributors Incorporated, Berwick, dependable building materials at the right prices. And the First National Bank of Berwick.
We are just about set for second half action. The Berwick Bulldogs leading North Pocono 13-7. The Bulldogs will start off with the football. They won the coin toss at the beginning of the game, deferred, which they normally do when they win the coin toss, and they will start with the football here in the second half. Let's check out some of the statistics now from that first half. First downs are even, rushing yardage just about even. Big difference in passing yardage, Terry Gurn. Time of possession, we thought North Pocono had it for much of that first half, but pretty close there as well.
That's right. Passing yardage is the difference. I mean, total offense, 211 yards to 65. There's your difference right there. We've had a very clean game, only a couple penalties, and turnovers haven't been much, and time of possession is equal. It's relatively an equal ball game, except for a couple big plays here and there.
13-7. Damian Larkin to kick off for North Pocono. Mason and Soboleski are deep. Mike Soboleski at the 15, 20. Brings it out to the 30 and falls forward 33-yard line where the Bulldogs go on the offense. First and 10. So, Terry, now does Berwick, do they come out throwing again, control the clock? What do you think they're going to do?
I think they're going to try to control the clock here. What we're going to look for North Pocono is see when Berwick does throw the football, try to keep pressure on Powis. He's been successful rolling out. Give the defensive back some help. Put some pressure on Powis, contain him inside the pocket, and maybe get a couple sacks.
There you see Hanover area now leading Montrose 27-0. That's in the fourth quarter. Penalty flag in our game as Berwick tries to run their first play from scrimmage here in the second half.
Looked like Tony Saltasia went off sides there on the right side. The right tackle for Berwick. That's the wrong snap count.
Illegal procedure against Berwick. That'll move them back 5 yards. First and 15. Checking out some more scores from around the area. Championship Saturday. Shamokin leading Montoursville. A close game there. District 4 3A championship, third quarter. Shamokin, if they win, they go to states. If they lose, it could be North Pocono. Paulus throwing far sidelines, complete to his favorite guy, Mike Elms, and he goes out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. I think they'll spot it there. Second down.
And there's the quick hitter right off the line of scrimmage. North Pocono playing man-to-man defense, and Berwick trying to take advantage of that. Paulus is a very smart quarterback as well. He can pick up a lot of things, and when he sees man-to-man coverage, he's going to get it to Elms.
As you pointed out in the first half, a lot of sideline stuff. Nothing really over the middle. You have to wonder when Paulus is going to shoot for that slant pattern over the middle. Well, we have some confusion. One of the Berwick players was knocked off the line of scrimmage. Penalty flag on the play. We'll see who jumped first.
Clean first half and a couple miscues here early on.
Offsides on North Pocono. They get the 5 yards right back to the Bulldogs. 2nd and 2 now.
This is a crucial drive, I believe, for the North Pocono defense. They have to show that this is their home field, and they're ready to play this ball game. They can't allow Berwick to get anything on this drive.
High formation. Mason, the ball carrier, picks up the first down at the 45. 1st and 10, Berwick, 45-yard line.
Berwick picks up the first down.
Some more scores from around the area. District 4, Class A championship. Southern Columbia, undefeated. One tie this season. They are leading their game. Lockhaven, Perry Academy, halftime, scoreless there. Back to our game. Soboleski hits the right side. Mike Soboleski is still on his feet. Now some pushing and shoving on the far sideline. Temper's starting to run short. Larry Shumbrays in the middle of it.
This is where Berwick can kill you. When they get a lead, they control the ball, and they have a very balanced attack. The difference in their passing and rushing yardage this year, John, 124 yards. That is a very balanced attack, and that's what they're going to try to do here in their opening drive of the second half. See how Bill McNoskey and Mark Jackett get this defensive group together. They are the stalwarts there at the inside linebacker position. Jackett, just an outstanding linebacker. Haven't called his name too much on defense. See if they can step things up here a bit.
Pickup of 7 on that last play. 2nd down at 3. The handoff. Another first down for the Bulldogs. They do this week in and week out. Second half, they try to establish the running game. That's what they're doing right now.
They're doing a very good job. A great offensive surge by the offensive line to play up the gut. Gets into the air. A lot of the pursuit on the defense was following the pitch man, and a nice sell there by Paulus, handing it off to Soboleski up the middle.
6'4", 212 pounds. Berwick at the 44-yard line of North Pocono. Straight handoff again. Soboleski up the middle over the 40-yard line, and he's tackled at the 38. Bill Magnoski, number 44, credited with the tackle.
And John, just let me send this out. Coach Curry and the Berwick Bulldogs send their best wishes to Jason Chiotti, a Berwick player who had surgery on Thursday. He's recuperating right now in the Berwick Hospital. I'm sure he's tuned in right now watching his team lead 13-7. Jason, your pals all wanted to wish you the best.
And Jason Soboleski has to leave the lineup. Hurt his arm on that last play. He heads for the sideline. Daddio comes in motion. Paulus the fake, turns the corner. Paulus down the sidelines, has the first down before he's knocked out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Another first down for the Bulldogs. Pick up on the play, 13 yards.
Sometimes when he runs the ball, it almost looks like a broken play. Here you see Paulus tucking it away and lowering the head. You see NFL quarterback sliding. He goes right into Shumbris. Shumbris made a great hit on the previous play. There he gets a lick of his own.
If you're a recruiter or a scout, you want to see that highlight. Paulus hands it off. This is Mason. Fancy footwork at the 15-yard line. Ryan Mason, a junior running back. Pick up a 6 on the play, 2nd and 4.
Take a look at the Berwick backfield. Paulus Jr., so both the Soboleskis juniors. Bill Hetler, we haven't called his name, Jr. Ryan Mason Jr., all these guys. It's going to be virtually the same team next year with a couple of exceptions on the line of scrimmage. So they're going to be an awfully tough team again next year and having a great drive right now.
We talked about it in the open. North Pocono with one of the stingiest defenses in the state this season, only giving up 42 points, but they've given up 2 touchdowns in each of their last 3 games. Paulus looks to throw. Paulus over the middle, but incomplete.
Jacket on the coverage there.
Mike Daddio, the intended receiver on the play. As we mentioned to you earlier, this will not be our final ball game. Down the road in a couple of weeks, the state semifinals will begin. And you can watch it right here on WYOU. Teams, of course, to be announced, the sites to be announced as well. But you can count on us Saturday, December the 7th at 1 o'clock.
Probably won't be too cold then, huh? December 7th? Hope we get a nice warm
We've had a few cold ones, I'll tell you that. 3rd and 3, I formation. Big defensive play, and that might be what North Pocono needs. Bill Magnoski shooting the gap on the loss on Ryan Mason.
Just mentioned him a couple plays ago. Magnoski and Jacket really have to pump this defense up. The Red Dog right up the middle by Magnoski beats the ball carrier Mason in the backfield. Boy, North Pocono needs a couple plays like that.
Loss of 3 on the play, 4th down and 6. Drake comes into the ball game. 5 defensive backs in there for North Pocono. So obviously they think the Bulldogs are going to throw. Orlando in the slot near side.
Paulus looks like he's audibleizing here too.
Soboleski, lone setback. 2 tight end formation. We have a penalty flag, and it is a delay of game. Delay of game called on. So that will move it back 5 more yards. 4th down and 11.
Good idea by Paulus. Saw something different, saw a whole thing, but just couldn't get the audibleized play in the amount of time, the delay of game. Now they're in a hole here, 4th and about, 12 or 11.
11 yards, ball spotted at the 28. This is a crucial play for both teams here in the second half. Which team will get the momentum? Berwick thus far moving the football. Another penalty flag.
Neutral zone. That was a quick one.
Yep. And again, it is on the Berwick Bulldogs. That bad ball. Encroachment. Move it back another 5. 4th down and 16. Now the ball's at the 33. Encroachment, as you heard it from our referee.
All right, I was just going to say, let's get a shot at Coach Curry right about now to see what he thinks about these last 2 plays. Boy, he's fuming. He's got the sleeves rolled up. Of course, the camo on. He's ready for this game, and boy, that kills a coach. Plays like that.
Split backfield, definite passing situation now. Paulus the fake. Paulus looking for Orlando. He has him out there, but overthrows. Chris Orlando is open down the middle. Paulus overthrows. So North Pocono takes over on downs. This could be a key point in the ballgame.
First turning point of the second half. Very uncharacteristic of Ron Paulus. He floated that ball. He usually zips it in, and if he puts some mustard on it, put it on a line on the post pattern, Orlando was open. Too much air under the ball.
There is a blemish on Ron Paulus's statistics. 9 touchdown passes, 10 interceptions, but as we mentioned, he throws so hard that sometimes the receivers can't hold on.
Yep.
1st and 10, North Pocono. Ulsimer in motion. Shumbrays with the football, and he picks up a couple off that right side. 2nd down. This kid's a workhorse.
You know Nick Donato is just going to come out and run the football. They were so successful with it on their first couple of possessions. They kind of shied away from it when they got down. B.J. Gallus got a little itchy trigger finger going deep in a couple times, but they're going to run the football.
Let's check in with Kevin Jordan right now.
Down here on the sideline, John, the North Pocono defensive coaches were very upset. They know that the defensive backs were beaten on that last play. If Paulus had not overthrown the ball, North Pocono would be down by another touchdown. They're lucky to have survived, and they know it.
And right now, the Berwick defense is fired up. Another short gain or no gain by North Pocono. 3rd down and 9. Shumbrays can't find any running room here in the second half.
And the key, John, is to capitalize when you get breaks like that. If you get a break like that, Kevin was right. The receiver was wide open, blown coverage in the defensive backfield. You get the ball back, you want to capitalize, because especially when you play a team like Berwick, you're not going to get too many breaks like that.
3rd down and 9 passing situation for North Pocono. B.J. Gallus started off the beginning of this game going 4 for 4, but then the rest of the first half, he was 0 for 5. Passing yardage somewhere in the 30s, so North Pocono needs to get some balance in their offense. North Pocono, 3 of 8, 3rd down conversions.
Look for maybe
they need one here.
Or maybe a screen pass here or a draw possibly. I don't think they're going to go deep here.
Gallus straight drop back, looking, can't find anybody, flushed out of the pocket. He's at the 35, 40, and he has the first down. B.J. Gallus, 45-yard line.
Great mobility there by B.J. Gallus, and you know, he got the first down there, but I think more importantly on this play, he got some confidence. I mean, 3rd and 10, if he didn't convert this first down, he would have came to the sidelines and most likely would have hung his head. This gets his team going, gets back in the huddle. He's all fired up now. They got another first down now, 45-yard line. See what Gallus can do here with 4 more plays.
He's a big kid at 6'1". Good coverage in this secondary, so Gallus had to tuck it in, and he can run and did. Picked up the first down. High formation. Shumbrays, quick pitch, follows Jack, picks up a good block. He's at midfield and knocked out of bounds.
Mark Jackett leading the interference there. A great blocker. He can run the football, but I would say he's a better blocker. When you have a fullback like that leading you, you're most likely going to get yards. Great run there by Shumbrays. Still haven't seen Brent Godek yet in the backfield.
6 yards picked up on this play, 2nd down and 4. You see the tail end of the play. Jackett was leading. Ulsimer, the big tight end, throwing a block as well.
Nice seal block there by Jeremy Yazinski, too.
High formation. Shumbrays again, follows Jackett. Shumbrays battling to the 43-yard line. Another first down, North Pocono. So the running game is starting to get in gear.
I'm not sure how many times he's carried the ball this far, Shumbrays, but boy, he is the workhorse right now, and it seems like he's one of those runners that gets the ball. The more he gets it, the more he gets going.
George Curry calling the defensive signals on the far sidelines. Nick Donato running plays in with his wide receivers, Greg Kerner and Mike Drake. 1st and 10. Ball at the Berwick 44. Jackett the other. He has a hole. Jackett's at the 30. 25 down the 28-yard line. Another first down.
Yeah, Jackett trying to get the crowd going here. That'll get him going.
North Pocono has the size on the line.
They love to go to the right side, too, right behind Konasavich and Sipkowski. Right up the gut, little pull action. Nye can't make the tackle there. He got sealed off, and Jackett just lowers his head.
Hancock and Orlando on the tackle, but they took the worst of that one. First down. Quick pitch, Shumbrays. Jackett again with the block. Shumbrays picks up a couple. Down at about the 17-yard line, 2nd down.
And a coach just loves this. When you don't have to pass, you have control of the line of scrimmage. That's what North Pocono had at the beginning of the game. They seem to have it now. That is so key, especially in high school football, controlling the line of scrimmage.
North Pocono wants to come away with points on this drive. They had a 9-minute drive in the first half and coming away with no points. We have an official's timeout right now. Glad you could join us for this Eastern Conference Class 1 championship. We have a dandy, and we knew we would.
High school football, such a game of emotions. Now the tide has swung back to North Pocono. You can see they're wide-eyed on the offensive line, saying, "Hey, we can beat this team. We can just keep moving the football."
2nd down and 4. 3:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Ball at the Berwick 17. Gallus, quarterback sneak. It looked like they fumbled the snap, and Gallus decided instead of trying to make the play this time just to fall forward, get what you can get, and go on 3rd down.
Yeah, I got to believe he saw a little opening there and got a little over-anxious and fumbled the football. Saw a big gap there. The linebackers, Bopane and Nye, playing a bit split and a big gap there off the nose.
3rd down conversions for North Pocono. They are 4 of 9. They have another one here. 3rd down and 2. Ball at the Berwick 15.
Another big gap up the middle.
Two tight ends, I formation. Shumbray's following Jacket. He has a hole. Shumbray's down near the goal line. First down, goal to go, North Pocono.
And another good block by Jeremy Yazinski pulling on the play, the left guard. Boy, this offensive line, they're so big, but they are so active as well. They pull almost every play. Here it comes, right at you. Everybody pulling on that play. Nice steal block right there by Yazinski, getting nigh to the inside. That allowed Shumbris to get about 4 more yards.
I thought Shumbris was closer to the goal line. The ball is spotted between the 5 and 6 yard line. Still first and goal. 2:35 to go, third quarter.
Excellent drive here by the Trojans.
North Pocono looking to tie it up. I formation again. Shumbris up the middle, falls forward. We'll call it the 3. Second down.
John, right now they have to get in for the touchdown. You can't keep the ball this long of a period of time and not get into the end zone. This would be a crushing blow if they did. Now they have 3 plays to get it in there.
George Curry calling the defensive signals.
Watch Olsemer going in motion here.
They stay in the eye. Jacket up the middle. Jacket met by Hancock. Doesn't get much. Jeff Hancock met him. Head to head, shoulder pad to shoulder pad.
They're trying to strip the football, too.
On the 1 yard line.
Here's the side view. Jacket up the gut. Watch him keep his legs churning. This one coming right at you this time. Good surge by both lines. Jacket lowers his head a little high on the tackle there by Hancock. Jacket's able to get an extra yard or so.
Third and goal. Ball at the 1. Shumbray. Touchdown. North Pocono. Larry Shumbray with his second touchdown of this ball game, and we are tied at 13-13. Now the extra point that Paulus missed after the second Berwick touchdown looms very big in this contest.
It certainly does, and what a world of confidence that drive was for Nick Donato and North Pocono. Now they know they can play with this team. They've showed they have the character now to come back. Now it's just maintaining the lead if they can convert here.
All running plays.
Yep.
On that drive, I don't believe they attempted one pass, but then Gallus ran for the first down, so it was all done on the ground. Damian Larkin off for the extra point. And it is good. So North Pocono recaptures the lead with 1:13 to go, third quarter. They lead the Berwick Bulldogs 14-13. We'll be right back.
Behringer Distributors has been serving the Berwick area and northeastern Pennsylvania for the last 90 years. We are proud to be associated with the people of our area, the business community, and of our children's accomplishments. The success of the Bulldogs and the Trojans is a part of the commitment and hard work the dedicated people of our region portray. Here at Behringer's, we have supplied building materials for thousands of homes, including Anderson windows, Peachtree doors, our own trusses, and quality wood and plywood products throughout the area. We thank everyone for their patronage and ask for continued support for the students of the schools of northeastern Pennsylvania.
Good things are happening at the new A.J. Chevrolet Geo in Moscow, headquarters for the full line of Chevrolets. Capri, Corsica, Beretta, Cavalier, Lumina, Geo Storm, S10 pickups, Blazers, Chevy vans, and conversion vans. Low overhead savings and friendly service at its best. This week's special, a new 1991 S10 pickup for only $67.95. If we can't make you a deal, no one can. A.J. Chevrolet, Route 435 Moscow, only minutes off of I-81 and I-380.
Weather forecasting is changing for the better. Coming soon to News 22.
Back live, North Pocono High School. The Trojans have taken the lead over the Berwick Bulldogs here in the third quarter. 14-13, a 12-play drive, 77 yards. Once again, they controlled the clock, milking over 6 minutes off the clock.
And a big drive for quarterback B.J. Gallus, the junior. I think in the second quarter, he felt like he had to do something special to win the game for the team. All Nick Donato wants him to do is not lose the ball game for him. Do what he knows how to do best. Control the team, control the running game, throw an occasional completion, and keep the offense clicking perfectly as he does that drive and pick up that key first down.
Damian Larkin kicking off. Soboleski at the 20. up to the 30, and he goes down. Good play, number 40, Wally Howells. Special teams.
Beautiful pursuit from the outside.
The momentum has shifted in this football game now. North Pocono back on top by 1. Berwick will go on the offense at their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 tight ends. We have penalty flag on the play. I don't know if the line moved and the ball didn't come up, or we had a fumble.
If it's against Berwick, though, Curry's going to be...
Full start, white.
Legal procedure called on the Berwick Bulldogs. That will move them back 5 yards. 1st and 15 at the 25.
That's 3 out of their last 4 plays. They've had penalties, very uncharacteristic of a Berwick team, usually very disciplined. Just loosen their heads a bit here on offense. And the 3rd quarter is almost coming to a close. Boy, that went fast. North Pocono just controlled the ball and ate up that clock.
Berwick was not penalized in that first half. 4 penalties in the second half for 20 yards.
Wow.
Elm splits out near side. Soboleski on setback. Drops. Pressure. Fires down the middle of the field. There's a man, and it is complete at the 35-yard line. Jeff Hancock comes up with a big play again. It was just hanging up there for grabs.
That's just amazing. You know, that's just got to drive Nick Donato absolutely crazy. There's no reason that ball should be completed. But again, Hancock, the big play receiver, knows how to adjust to a ball. I think the North Pocono defensive backs are so afraid of Paulus's arm and afraid of getting beat deep that they're letting him complete these. He just basically overran the receiver. Here, Paulus doesn't get a good spiral on this one, so the ball just flutters in the air. Hancock alertly adjusts to the football. The defensive back does it, and Hancock comes up with it. You got 3 guys around there. There's no reason why Hancock
should come up with that. That was a 40-yard pass play, 1st and 10, 35. Paulus takes it around the corner and is belted out of bounds at the 32.
That just shows you, John, the value of a passing game. If you're in high school football and you've got a quarterback that can throw the football, one play like that can get your team back into it and back into the groove.
We have talked about Jeff Hancock being the big play wide receiver in this Berwick offense. 3 catches today, 90 yards. You'll remember he caught that big 40-yarder second quarter, which set up Soboleski's second touchdown and put Berwick in the lead.
I think Valley View will remember last week he caught a big one there in the second quarter to set up Berwick's first touchdown.
2nd and 7. Paulus throwing over the middle, short. And what do we have? Mike Elms thinks he caught it. The official says he does. First down, Berwick Bulldogs at the 18. North Pocono is questioning the call. The officials are conferring. Nick Donato, as you can tell, says the ball hit the ground.
This isn't the NFL, so we will not review it, but if we could take a look at it, that time North Pocono finally got some pressure on Ron Paulus. Olsemer squeezing him from the outside. Paulus delivered it.
Nick Donato gets his way. It is incomplete. We'll bring the ball back to the 32-yard line.
Wow. Oh, boy. Curry, a little upset. You really don't see that too often. A ref overruling another ref unless it's very blatant or obvious.
Unless he was not in the proper position or another one of the officials was in a better position than the back judge. Third down and 7, just 12 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Emotions are running high here at North Pocono High School. We have a 1-point football game. Paulus out of the shotgun, under pressure, has a man, complete. Wow. Mike Daddio at the 25-yard line. Let's see where they're spotted. He is close, very close to the first down. While they measure, the 3rd quarter is now over. North Pocono leading Berwick 14-13. Don't go away. The 4th quarter is going to be unbelievable.
Congratulations. Let me tell you why I'm earning my degree at College Misericordia. Misericordia has the strong academic programs I wanted. Here I receive individual attention from experienced faculty who care about me. I have the support services and financial aid I need to succeed. And Misericordia's small size makes it easy to find friends and get involved. I'm creating my future at College Misericordia. You can too.
Think about your future. Call College Misericordia toll-free.
Edwards Concrete is the first name in quality stone and service. Quality begins with aggregate, from our own quarry in South Sterling to our fully automated concrete plant in Elmhurst. No job is complete without prompt service by our radio-dispatched fleet of trucks. We move them in and move them out. Add to that a recycle program to eliminate any waste of concrete, sand, stone, or water. We're open year-round, Monday through Saturday. Now offering heated concrete for winter delivery. We're Edwards Concrete, locally owned and operated, serving the Scranton, North Pocono area.
The all-new Toyota Camry, better than ever for 92. Better Toyotas, better values.
And now, better Toyota deals. Better deals means bigger option package savings on Toyota 4Runners. Save $900 today. Get big savings on Toyota trucks, 4x4s and 4x2s. And now there's new incentives from Toyota that could save you hundreds more. Don't wait. There's better deals now and thousands of Toyotas in stock for immediate sale. Better Toyotas, better deals, but you better hurry. See your Toyota dealer today.
The First National Bank of Berwick now offers you personal touch banking. This exclusive service offers you many free or discounted banking services as well as special discounts on travel, shopping, pharmacy, and eyewear, plus much, much more. Stay in touch with personal touch banking only at First National.
We're always in touch with you.
The First National Bank of Berwick in touch with you in Berwick, Nescopeck, and Bloomsburg. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Here's a replay of that controversial call. Did the ball bounce or was it caught?
Now, it's very difficult to see here. Obviously, everything is swooshed there. There you see the ball. It looks like it was caught. There's the ball. Look at the corner of your screen, down low, left-hand corner.
Just let it go a little further, guys. Okay.
I think he caught that ball. I think George Curry has a legitimate
had his hands underneath and pulled it into his body.
I really think that's a tough call.
Berwick was overruled. Nothing they can do about it now.
Boy, that was a reception. That was a catch.
First and 10, 25. Hollis, complete the Hancock down to the 12. But a penalty flag on the play. We're into the fourth quarter. First play, fourth quarter, holding called on the Berwick Bulldogs. They're having a tough time with penalties here in the second half.
Berwick right now showing that they're going to throw the ball. If I'm Nick Donato in North Pocono, I'm telling Keith Olsemer and the rest of the defensive linemen to pin the rears back and put some pressure on. Try to keep Hollis in the pocket and get some pressure on him and hopefully come up with a sack.
Holding on the Bulldogs, ball spotted, 35-yard line. First down and 20.
George Curry with a legitimate gripe on that pass play, John. You know, you don't want to talk about penalty or calls as being a difference in a ball game, but that was a big play. North Pocono getting a break on that call.
First and 20, ball at the 35. Hollis moves into the shotgun. Orlando is in the slot. Hollis with all the time in the world. Fires. It's complete. Chris Orlando again knocked out of bounds, 20-yard line. Let's check in with Kevin Jordan right now.
Over here on the Berwick sideline, there seemed to be no question that from where I was standing, and I was even with the ball, that was a reception on that controversial play. Coach George Curry put his hands up to his head and could only say, oh no, this can't be happening. But it was. But it seemed to me from this side of the field, the reverse side, that it was a reception. Additionally, it's starting to rain now. A little bit of a fine mist and drizzle that may affect the passing game.
Back to live action. Paulus goes for the end zone. Mike Elms. It is incomplete. So Kevin was in position to see that play. Our replay seems to indicate from what we could see that it was a catch.
Big game for the referees, so, you know, one sees another thing, someone sees something opposite, so you can't really fault them for that. They're doing their best they can out there.
I'll tell you what, after watching NFL games last weekend, I don't think anybody is in favor of the replay anymore, because when it's clear as day, they still won't reverse it.
Yep.
So here we go. You go with human error in a football game.
And, you know, it's really not affecting Berwick right now. They still have the ball. It's about 3rd and 8 now, so it's 3rd and 7.
Berwick, 3 of 9 third down conversions. They have one here. Hancock in motion. Hollis sprinting out. Hollis looking, nobody downfield. Now he throws it for Orlando. Complete. McGee on the cover. Orlando had his hands on it, but it went through. He took a tough hit.
Nice play by the strong safety, Scott McGee. I talked to Coach Donato about this guy. He said Scott McGee has come on incredibly for North Pocono late in these games. The past 3 games, he's come up with some huge plays in the defensive backfield, really solidifying the defensive backs back there. Paulus on the run, motioning Orlando to go to the outside. Nice pass once again by Paulus. Get some zip on it. Orlando had the ball here. Good look at it. Nice shot. Just went through his arms. Perfect timing there by McGee. As the ball got there, he was making the hit.
4th and 7. Play action. The 16-yard line. Bill Hetler with the reception. The ball started at the 16. Short of the first down. North Pocono, for the 2nd time in this half, holds on down. To Nick Donato on that series. You know, North Pocono fans might be sitting at home saying, why aren't you blitzing this guy? Paulus has had all kinds of time to throw the football, but if you blitz him, he's going to get rid of it across the middle to his tight end or someone streaking across the middle. Then they're going to pick up the first down anyway. So a good defensive scheme by North Pocono to lay back and play pass all the way. Mark Jackett, an incredible job of pass coverage in that series. 4th quarter, 14-13. North Pocono in the lead.
Edwards Concrete is the first name in quality stone and service. Quality begins with aggregate, from our own quarry in South Sterling to our fully automated concrete plant in Elmhurst. No job is complete without prompt service by our radio dispatched fleet of trucks. We move them in and move them out. Add to that a recycle program to eliminate any waste of concrete, sand, stone, or water. We're open year-round, Monday through Saturday, now offering heated concrete for winter delivery. We're Edwards Concrete, locally owned and operated, serving the Scranton, North Pocono area. Good things are happening at the new A.J. Chevrolet Geo in Moscow, headquarters for the full line of Chevrolets. Capri, Corsica, Beretta, Cavalier, Lumina, Geo Storm, S10 pickups, Blazers, Chevy vans, and conversion vans. Low overhead savings and friendly service at its best. This week's special, a new 1991 S10 pickup for only $67.95. If we can't make you a deal, no one can. A.J. Chevrolet, Route 435, Moscow, only minutes off of I-81 and I-380.
Paterno on Pitt, Tuesday night at 6 on News 22.
Welcome back, North Pocono High School. 10 minutes, 33 seconds to go, 4th quarter. North Pocono in the lead and with the football at their own 16. They come out in the I formation. They've put together some long drives in this football game. Drake in motion.
And Godak in at tailback.
And Godak with the football. He picks up a few yards to the 19, almost the 20. Pick up a 3 or 4. They might be trying to give Shumbrays a little rest here in the 4th quarter because that kid's done everything. Offense, defense, running back kicks.
Exactly. Special teams, he's doing it all. It's the 4th quarter now. You got to give the guy a little bit of a break. He's a real good ball player, but, you know, what can you say about Brent Godak? He leads the team in touchdowns. He leads the team in rushing. He's another great tailback. Both seniors.
Pickup of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. I formation, 2 tight ends. Godak with the ball, hits the right side to about the 23, 24-yard line.
Big surge there by the North Pocono offensive line. Berwick starting to stand up a little bit at the snap of the football, showing a little signs of fatigue. As soon as you stand up on the line of scrimmage, you're just asking for trouble, especially with these big boys up front.
Chad Labor credited with the tackle on the play. 3rd down and 3, North Pocono. Larry Shumbrays, who is on the sidelines with Nick Donato right now, all-purpose yardage in this game, 156 yards.
And he seems to be, as I can see from the press box here, he's working on his calves. I think he might have some kind of cramp in his calves. He's trying to work that off. So maybe a little bit of an injury there for Shumbrays. That's why Godek is seeing a little action here.
3rd down and 3. Alice, the fake. He's going to try to go for the first down, and he has it. Along the sidelines, knocked out of bounds at the 36. That was a design play.
Yeah, and the man who made that go was number 51, Jeremy Yazinski, the senior left guard. I mentioned his name a few times this afternoon. Just a great play right there by number 51, sealing the outside and letting B.J. Gallus get around him.
So Shamokin will now go on to the state playoffs. They won their game against Montoursville. Hancock over Del Valley 24-0. The Shamokin Indians, congratulations go out to them with their victory in the District 4 championships this afternoon. Action 1st and 10, North Pocono. Jacket on the carry, and he falls forward to the 41. Again, it looks like another time-consuming drive.
That's exactly what they want to do. 8:45 left in the game. Just grind this one out. If North Pocono, they believe if they get a score here, the game will not be out of reach, but they'll have a nice little pad there, and they'll have the all-important lead.
Jacket picked up 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 at the 41. Again, they stay in the 2 tight end formation. Quick pitch. Kodak follows Jacket's lead over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Looks to be another first down.
Go with what works. These guys remind me of the Green Bay Packers, the way they're sweeping the football.
Right now, we'll check in with Andy Palumbo in Montrose.
It's an empty stadium down here at Montrose because the Hanover area Hawkeyes blew out the Montrose Meteors 33-0. Montrose just couldn't get it on track today. Hanover had the superior air game and ground game. Final score, Hanover 33, Montrose 0. Back to Moscow with John and Terry.
Thank you, Andy Palumbo. Nice job. You saw that final 33-0 Hanover area over Montrose. Our congratulations go out to Alex Kopaz and his staff. This game, North Pocono leading by 1 and driving again. Brett Godak, while we were away, picked up 7 yards off tackle. Godak is the workhorse on this drive as Shumbrays is worked on the sidelines. 2nd and 3. Godak again. Follows his blocking to the 45-yard line. Close to the first down. 3rd down, we'll call it 1.
You know, John, these tailbacks and running backs have all done a great job of keeping their footing out there, making some good cuts. Nice cut back there by Godak to get some yardage there. And I would think they were going to go with the quarterback sneak possibly here.
Let's check in with Kevin Jordan again.
Okay, you were asking about Larry Shumbrays. He is cramping, that's all we're told. Just a cramp in that leg. He's not out of this ball game as they drive closer to the end zone here. Expect to see him back in the ball game.
3rd and 1, Kodak, big hole, left side, falls forward to the 39. North Pocono has a first down, 6:34 to go, 4th quarter.
There's another big play right there. You talk about key plays. That is one of them right there. They're at the 40-yard line. They get the first down. 4 more plays. That's at least 2 more minutes off the clock, even if they don't get a touchdown that they're chewing up.
North Pocono looking to win their first Eastern Conference championship. They're looking to put an end to the Berwick Bulldogs' reign over the past 3 years with that title. They lead by 1. 1st and 10. Jacket straight up the middle. Continues to churn those legs to the 36-yard line. Right now, Terry, it's just a battle in the trenches right up front. Who's stronger? Who has more life in them right now? It looks like Berwick's starting to wear down up front.
And talking to Nick Donato, he thought if it came down to something like this, they would win. They have a great strength coach here at North Pocono, and he really bulks these guys up. And I would say the most important thing about this drive is that they're keeping Paulus off the field.
And that's the key to beating Berwick. keep Paulus off the field. 2nd down and 6. High formation, 2 tight ends. Kodak follows the left side. Paulus is blocking nicely to the 32, short of the 1st down.
It's just amazing, John. Berwick is playing run all the way, and they still can't stop it. North Pocono is saying, we're going to sweep this side, so here, try to stop it, and they just can't.
The thing is with North Pocono, nobody back there with really great speed. Yeah. They get the ball, they read their block, and then they hit the hole.
Exactly. It's just power football. It's traditional Green Bay Packer-like power football. 3 yards, cloud of dust, and boy, they're executing it to perfection here this afternoon in the 4th quarter.
We've talked about
hammer time. That's about
hammer
right.
time. Here's hammer time for you. 126 yards on the ground for North Pocono in the 2nd half alone. That's their bread and butter, the ground game.
Wow.
3rd and 3, ball at the 32 of Berwick.
Big thing here, you got to watch for turnovers. Hang on to the football if you're North Pocono.
Kodak again. Trap block inside, 1st down. We have a penalty flag on the play.
Could be holding or possibly a face mask. I don't know. We'll have to see.
It looked to be on the tackle. The crowd is silent right now as we await the call. Holding on North Pocono. Nick Donato all over the officials.
And you saw in that last play, Godak going through the hole. 2 arms all over the football. Right now at this point with 4.5 minutes to go, Berwick not only has to make the tackles, but they got to start tackling the football. They have to come up with a turnover. They got to get the football back in Paulus's hands.
4:48, Nick Donato sends in the play with Mike Drake. Jeff West comes out of the ball game. Donato still working the officials. Ball is brought back to the 41-yard line. 3rd down and 11 for North Pocono. They have yet to throw a pass in the 2nd half. Everything has been on the ground. Gallus, sprint out, it's open. He has a man, it's Drake, he underthrows him. Mike Drake wide open at the 25-yard line, underthrown.
Oh boy, when you're a quarterback, you just want one of those back. Gallus rolling out, he cut the corner, saw his receiver wide open, and probably couldn't believe that he was that wide open. The kid hasn't thrown a pass all in the 2nd half, a little bit cold possibly.
He had 3 guys in his face as well, which kind of rushed that throw. But Drake was wide open, and it would have been a 1st down. So that brings up 4th down, 11 to go. Gallus in the offense comes off, and North Pocono is going to punt the football away.
That's all they're going to do.
Plenty of time here for Berwick.
McGee is back to punt. He came up with a big one in the 1st half, placing the football on the 3. Fielded by Mike Elms at the 10. Elms at the 15, and he falls forward at the 20, where the Berwick Bulldogs will go on the offense here. 4th quarter, they have 4 minutes and 16 seconds to make something happen.
Nice tackle there by Jeff West on the special teams. This is what it comes down to now, John. 4 minutes left, plenty of time for Paulus, so it's strength against strength. The North Pocono defense, how appropriate it would come down to this. The North Pocono defense against Ron Paulus and the Berwick offense. We'll see what happens. It should be a great drive here.
Don't go away. North Pocono leading by 1. Berwick with the football. We'll be right back.
At Wilkes University, our students tell the story.
Wilkes has a great deal of hardware, a great deal of cutting-edge technology and equipment to do that cutting-edge technology.
I think it's the people, the friends that I made. I couldn't find better friends in the world. It's a well-rounded education. It's not just books and math. It's I've made friends. It's just fun to hang out with your friends.
I love it here at Wilkes.
Wilkes works. Call today.
Behringer Distributors has been serving the Berwick area and northeastern Pennsylvania for the last 90 years. We are proud to be associated with the people of our area, the business community, and of our children's accomplishments. The success of the Bulldogs and the Trojans is a part of the commitment and hard work the dedicated people of our region portray. Here at Behringer's, we have supplied building materials for thousands of homes, including Anderson windows, Peachtree doors, our own trusses, and quality wood and plywood products throughout the area. We thank everyone for their patronage and ask for continued support for the students of the schools of northeastern Pennsylvania.
Let us set the stage for you right now. North Pocono is leading by 1 point. Berwick with the football at their own 20-yard line, 4:16 is on the clock. The Eastern Conference Class 1 championship is at stake. We haven't seen much of Ron Paulus in the second half because North Pocono has had the football for 12 minutes and 37 seconds. He comes out throwing. And the pass is complete. It is complete to Mike Elms. It is a first down. Double coverage on the play. There seemed to be some hesitation there. There's no indication from the officials, but it is a catch. It is a first down, 31-yard line.
That's frustrating. You can't get any better coverage than what Drake did here on Elms. I mean, he pushes him at the 5-yard line, gives him a shove, hangs with him the whole way. Here you see in the corner of your screen, he's in his face, turns at just the right moment, and makes a great diving effort for the ball. Look at the speed he gets on the pass here, though, to zip it in there. Drake, perfect time. He just can't get to the ball.
Back to live action. Paulus, sprint out, throws down the sidelines. He just throws it away. He was under pressure. Orlando, his intended receiver, incomplete.
One thing you don't see very often is Ron Paulus going down for a sack. If he's on the run or if he is in trouble at all, he's going to get rid of the football. Very intelligent quarterback.
Today, our sideline vehicle was provided by the Abington Car and Trucks Complex, North State Street, up at Clark Summit. We thank you for your help. Second down and 10. Ron Paulus, 13 of 22, 283 yards. This kid's like a gunslinger.
And Nick Donato upset about something here.
Paulus looking over the middle. Paulus fires it. He has a man. It is complete. That's Mossage. Mossage down the sidelines. And he is finally corralled deep in North Pocono territory.
Sean Mossage, only his second catch of the year, but oh boy, is it a big one.
And his other reception was for a touchdown. 2 catches, 2 big plays for this kid.
Looked like North Pocono was playing zone on that play, and no one guarding the inside. Mossage blocking and then releasing across the middle. Paulus zips it in. Nobody. There's Drake playing the outside zone. Nobody in the middle, though. No backers at all. Look at him rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
First and 10, 20-yard line. Berwick on the move. Paulus looks to turn the corner, puts it back up. Paulus at the 10, inside the 10-yard line to the 9. First and goal, Berwick Bulldogs.
It's just amazing. You can never count this team out. And I got to believe that's just the playoff experience. You know, Coach Curry always instills in his team that they're never down. They can always come back. Look at this, 3 plays and they're already down to about the 10-yard line. They are at the 10-yard line.
From the 9-yard line.
First and goal. Berwick. 3:05 on the clock. They trail by 1. Sobolewski hits the left side. We talked about it earlier. It's going to come down to right in the trenches with these guys. This is John Madden football right now.
Exactly. North Pocono, or Berwick rather, content at running the clock down right now. It's second down. They got 3 shots at the end zone.
It's something you want to keep in mind. Milk the clock while you're down there, so that if North Pocono gets their hands on the football again, which they should.
Boy, there you see Nick.
But they don't have much time to work with. Second and 6, I formation. This is Mason. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Ryan Mason from 6 yards out. And Berwick takes the lead, 19-14. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go, 4th quarter.
Stunned silence on our sidelines. North Pocono fans just can't believe it, but that's how this team works. Boy, they can strike awfully quick.
This is an important extra point.
Yes.
Berwick's lead is at 5. So if they tack on the extra point, North Pocono, if they do score a touchdown, will have a tie and they will have to kick to win the game. But that's looking ahead. Right now, 19-14. Okay, they're not going to kick.
Yeah,
they're going for 2. Okay. Timeout down on the field. Pocono stunned, trying to regroup down at the goal line.
It's a good call by Coach Curry. They get in the end zone, or they get the two-point conversion here. They have 21 points. So that, of course, is North Pocono, if they do score, to either go for the 2 points for the win, puts the pressure back on them, or to kick it for the tie. Here, you know, if they miss it, then a touchdown will win it by North Pocono. But he's going to make North Pocono beat them.
That last drive, 5 plays, 80 yards. Time of possession, 1 minute, 56 seconds. Ryan Mason, 6-yard touchdown run.
That's quick work. There you see it.
5 plays. Hollis had that look in his eye.
Yeah.
So now they go for 2. Trying to up their lead to 7. Orlando comes in motion.
Watch for Daddy-O. Oh!
The play flicker. Incomplete, but a penalty flag. Pass interference on Olsener in the end zone.
Olsener all over Hollis on that one.
Orlando has thrown the ball one other time this season. That was the second pass.
Doesn't throw quite as good as his brother. But Berwick will take that and another shot at it.
Move the football half the distance to the goal line. Watch it again. Olsener coming from his defensive end position. He just levels Paulus before the ball even arrives.
Call me crazy, but I think I would go up the middle with Jason Soboleski, big number 99. You're that close to the end zone. Soboleski's lined up. They got a tight power eye kind of to the left
This is
side.
what Berwick calls the Nebraska formation. Soboleski left side, and he's in. The Bulldogs get the 2 points and have upped their lead to 21-14 with 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. The question is now, can North Pocono respond?
Well, John, it came down to the North Pocono defense. They didn't get the job done, so now the pressure falls on a junior quarterback by the name of B.J. Gallus. This guy is really having quite a learning experience here this afternoon. This may be the longest 2 minutes and 20 seconds of his life. Could be his best if he can muster a touchdown here somehow. Watch North Pocono maybe to come up with a couple trick plays, an option pass or something like that to get things going. Here it is again, the replay, just power, football, Soboleski, or the touchdown rather, Ryan Mason into the end zone and put Berwick on top.
Watch for the squib kick as we go back to live action. Short kick by Chris Nardi, fielded at the 30. This is Magnoski. Magnoski brings it out 47-yard line. North Pocono with excellent field position.
It ain't over till it's over. 2:16 to go and great field position by North Pocono. Boy, this is a great ball game.
Right now we're going to go down to Schuylkill Haven and check in with Bob Ide.
We're crowning our second champion of the day. The Class 3 Eastern Conference Trophy goes to Schuylkill Haven as they beat Line Mountain today 15-8. The big play came in the third quarter when linebacker Scott Davis intercepted the ball and went 77 yards for the score. They went for the 2 points and they took the lead again 15-8. 2 weeks, Schuylkill Haven will go for another trophy, this time in the States. Now back to the exciting conclusion of the Class 1 clash between North Pocono and Berwick. Back to John Nugent.
Congratulations goes out to Schuylkill Haven. Back to live action. Second down 10 North Pocono. One running play, nothing there. Gallus looks to throw. Olsener screen. He has some running room. Down the score lines. Olsener knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line. And I'll tell you, I thought he should have cut it up. Yeah, if he cut it up, he may have went to the end zone.
And boy, was it me or did that play look like it was in slow motion? Olsener making sure he catches the football and deciding where he was going to go. He had a tackler in front of him who fell to the ground, and then Olsener just high steps it down the sidelines, had all kinds of real estate in front of him, and he got a great gain there.
19-yard pickup on the play. Olsener decided to head for the sidelines. If he cut inside, he may have picked up more. First and 10, North Pocono, they are driving. Drake in motion, penalty flag in the air.
That's against North Pocono. That's
False start. Illegal procedure, North Pocono. 1st and 15, move it back 5. The ball is at the 38 of Berwick now.
Well, barring any turnover right now, at least North Pocono has given itself a shot at the end zone.
Jacket, the lone setback. McGee comes in motion. Gallus straight drop back. Gallus looking. He has some running room. He's going to tuck it in. Follows Jacket, and he is pounded at the 32-yard line.
Good mobility there by B.J. Gallus. He had Drake open for a while there, a split second on the far sidelines, but decided to tuck it in. Good decision rather than risk the interception. B.J. Gallus showing some poise here.
Timeout, North Pocono, 1:18 on the clock. Berwick leading 21-14. Berwick looking for an unprecedented 8th Eastern Conference Football Championship. Nobody's ever done that before. They've won the last 3. North Pocono trying to put together one final drive to win their first.
Berwick, of course, the more experienced team, but as far as grade goes, North Pocono virtually all seniors. So they obviously want to win this for the seniors. They've got a great shot at pulling it out here with 1:18 to go. B.J. Gallus just got to stay within himself and not try to force anything.
Checking out some scores and recapping the action throughout the area today. Hanover area wins another Eastern Conference Championship. They shut out Montrose 33-0. Shamokin, congratulations to them. They win the District 4 Class 3A title 8-0. Southern Columbia still undefeated. They roll over Canton District 4 32-14. Hancock over Del Valle 24-0 was the final in that one.
A lot of shutouts today. Not a shutout here, though.
The ball is at the 30-yard line. Berwick Bulldogs, 2nd down and 7. Jacket the lone setback. Gallus straight drop back. Gallus looking. He's being rushed. And finally, he throws it out of bounds. 7 seconds off the clock.
Smart play to get rid of it, though. Mark Jacket was waving his hands over here on the left side, but you can't expect Gallus to turn around and throw it back against the grain when he's got 2 dogs breathing down his neck. So alertly, he just threw that ball away.
With 1:11 on the clock, recapping the timeout situation. Each team has 2 timeouts. 2 timeouts apiece. George Curry calling the defensive signals as we watch him there. He's got the sleeves rolled up. He's ready to go. 1:11 on the clock. 3rd down and 7.
I wouldn't be surprised to see North Pocono run the football here.
Quick pitch, Shumbrays, and the reverse. This is McGee. Berwick is waiting. Nothing there. 4th down. Big defensive play. The Bulldogs didn't bite.
You know, when North Pocono lines up in that I formation, they're going to run the football almost every time. They had to feel something like that was going to come sooner or later here. It's still 4th down. They have another shot to get to the 1st down. It's 4th and about 12, so this is a tough call. I don't know what you call here.
4th and 12, loss of 5 on the play. This is when it hurts, when you're a predominantly running football team, and then you get yourself in a situation where you're behind and you have to throw the football, and you have a guy who hasn't thrown the football as much as he should during the course of the season.
Got to think they're going to try to get it to Kroom somehow.
Gallus looking, throwing. He has a man. It is complete. 1st down. What a big play. North Pocono down to the 13-yard line.
Brian Kroom coming across the middle. We haven't called his name all afternoon. He is their big play guy. Cuts across the middle, wide open, and a great pass there by B.J. Gallus. Boy, he zipped that one in there. They got 4 more plays now to get in the end zone.
What a football game.
Wow.
1st and 10, 50 seconds on the clock. North Pocono at the line. McGee has running room. He's up the ground.
Boy, I tell you what, you couldn't ask for a better football game. What a surge there by the North Pocono offensive line.
There's 2nd timeout. Timeout, North Pocono, 40 seconds on the clock, 21-14. Look at the hole and look at the hit.
Ron Powell's coming up to deliver the blow and save the touchdown. Boy, how about B.J. Gallus, John? Standing in the pocket in that play. I mean, 4th and 12. You're asking a junior quarterback who is used to handing the ball off to get the 1st down. He delivered it to his main man, Kroom, on a slant pattern. That just an excellent play by the combination there. And good blocking, too, by the offensive line. plenty of time for Gallus to release that football.
In 1988, when we televised the state championship game between Berwick and Pittsburgh Perry Academy, similar game, right down to the wire, right down to the goal line. It came down to a final play like this one should come down to this afternoon. Berwick, 2 timeouts remaining. North Pocono with just 1, so they have to be careful how they use that final timeout.
This has been just an excellent football game. Barring the few penalties that started the second half, hardly any turnovers, real disciplined play, great big plays, huge tackles, and just excellent play by both quarterbacks. And the offensive lines of each team really getting the job done this afternoon.
2nd down and 2. Gallus looking for the end zone, has a surprise! B.J. Gallus, what a gutsy performance. 21-20. North Pocono calls timeout. You have to believe Terry Bear going for over timeout.
Oh boy, you can't go for the tie. You got this far. Who would have ever thought North Pocono would have threw the football down here near the goal line? Gallus standing tall. Look at that pass. Down low, Olsemer sliding on his knees. That is a perfect pass. That's where you want to throw that ball, so no one is going to intercept it. It's either going to be complete to your guy or it's going to fall incomplete. Great pass by B.J. Gallus. I can't say enough about the kid. He's done an excellent job here in the second half, showing incredible poise against a tough Berwick defense.
21-20, 36 seconds on the clock, timeout on the field. North Pocono setting up strategy. They've used their final timeout. The scoring drive, as we saw, 8 plays, 52 yards, 146 to result a touchdown. How about Olsemer? This kid hasn't caught many balls all season long.
6, I think.
2 on this drive.
Yeah, 2 on this drive, 6 all year. He's a big play guy. He's a Division I guy. I don't know what you do here now. It's anyone's guess. This is one of the toughest calls for coaches. You got so many options, yet you're so limited with the field position. If I was a coach, I like to go with a keeper. Get everyone sweeping one way. The sweep has been so good for North Pocono. Have Gallus fake the pitch and then sweep the naked bootleg. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure.
Let's watch and listen. They come out, I formation. Gallus, the quarterback. He's in. Touchdown, North Pocono. Ryan McGee.
Oh, no.
This is what it looks like to the Berwick defense as Gallus came to the line.
North Pocono doing what they have done all year long. They're just saying, stop us. Ryan McGee up the middle. Gets the 2-point conversion. What a great job by the right side of that offensive line. Konasavich, Sikowski, and Wetlavich just blew out the Berwick left side of the defense. Controlled the line of scrimmage, and boy, the hole was there. I can't believe this game. What an excellent ball game.
But it is not over yet. 36 seconds is enough time for a kid like Ron Paulus to put points on the scoreboard.
Or even a run back. We started the game with a kickoff return. By the way this game has been going, anything could happen. Anything could happen.
I would have to believe that Damian Larkin is going to kick this football low if he doesn't squib it.
Squib it, yep.
But somehow not kick it deep to the 2 deep men. A low liner. It gets back there and fielded at the 20. 35, 40-yard line. Good field position for the Bulldogs. Hollis, 30 seconds to work with.
I got to believe North Pocono, you take your linebackers out of the game and you put every D-back you have out there. But you got to watch the crossing pattern with a guy like Elms, because if he catches a ball at the 40-yard line, he can turn a slant pattern into a touchdown.
Well, as we watch the North Pocono secondary set up, they have 3 guys that are playing outfield right now. Hollis back to throw. Under pressure. Throws far sidelines. Incomplete. intended receiver, Jeff Hancock. If Paulus could have got it there, Drake had fallen down.
Yep.
11 seconds.
Tough afternoon for the defensive backs on both teams. I mean, when you're backpedaling, you're at the mercy of the wide receiver. And when you have some clutch wide receivers on Berwick, such as Hancock and Elms, it's scary being back there, especially when the game is on the line.
A penalty was called on that last play on North Pocono.
Illegal participation. 12 men black.
Oh, boy.
12 men on the field.
I thought there were a lot of defensive backs back there. I thought you were out there for a minute.
11 seconds still remain.
Yeah, there were a lot of guys back there. Nice pickup by the refs. Oh, you know, Hollis can easily get the ball to the end zone from the 45 with that
It's a 10-yard penalty. Brings the ball into North Pocono territory. First down, 11 seconds. Hollis looking. Hollis under pressure. Has to get rid of it. And complete. Time left for one more play.
Yep. Slow developing pass pattern right there. I'm surprised they didn't go down the streak it right down the sidelines. Orlando has made a couple of cuts and he was trying to do an out pattern. I'm not sure why you would do something like that. You got to get as much yardage as you can and get down the sidelines and out of bounds.
Well, now we're going to see the Hail Mary. 4 seconds, you throw it straight up. Hope your guy puts down. There's another play in the ball game, maybe the old hook and ladder that the Dolphins would use. Something to open it up. This will be the last play. Orlando.
Oh boy, look at this.
Hollis for the end zone. It's up. It is up. North Pocono, the Eastern Conference Class 1 champions.
And here come the fans onto the football field.
Was a good play.
Yep.
They had a shot at the end zone.
Yep. Unbelievable, the only word that comes to mind. Just a fantastic ball game. Folks at North Pocono, well deserving of this. Our #1 team in the coaches poll all year long. They proved us right. What a great team, this North Pocono club. Unfortunately, their season comes to an end this afternoon. But what a way.
21, the final. The Berwick Bulldogs dethroned as Eastern Conference champions. Nick Donato. Congratulations to him in North Pocono. It is their first Eastern Conference championship. What a season.